yo, Ferg.
Yeah.
Young Money. Young Money. Yo, Ferg.
Yeah. Ride with the mob, through our law. Check you and me, and do your job. Earth is the name, been baller did the chain. Torn off what a watch, Prezi plain chain. Yamagini chain, rest in peace of my superior. Hermes with the feet of village in Liberia. TMZ taking pictures causing my hysteria. Mama see me on BET and start tearing up. I'm talking to niggas, how'd you get that track? I attended Holocaust when you risk your life. Uncle used to skim perp, selling nicks at night. I was only 8 years old, watching Nick at night. Uncle Psycho was in that bathroom bucket. Hope that they don't cut him. Suicidal thoughts brought to me with no inventory. He was pitching and selling things mad hungry. Grandma had the arthritis in her hands bad. She was pumping pills like weapons in society. I'll fuck a bitch for the irony. I said meet you at your house if your bitch keep eyeing me. Ride with the mob, through our law. Check you and me, do your job. Word is the name, been ballin' in the chain. Torn off what a watch, Prezi plain chain. Ride with the mob, through our law. Check you and me, do your job. Word is the name, been ballin' in the chain. Torn off what a watch, Prezi plain chain. Ride with the mob, suck a nigga, ride with the mob. Suck a nigga, ride with the mob. Suck a nigga,
Hey yo, I'm the X-Nine, why you probably never see me. I push a Lamborghini, show your magic like Houdini. My body shake like genie, booty dreamy, waist is teeny. Yes, I told him to get sober, so he stream me when he leave me. I go hard in the face, Biggie fire, give me the loot. I'm a classy millionaire, bitches ain't got the dough. C-O-U-T-H, cause you can't spell it either. If I call him, then he coming home, swallowing Derek Jeter. Bitches must be eating coffee, cause I swear they bottom feeders. How you know that you my son, I should've strapped you as a fetus. All these bitches rockin' hunches, cause they following the leader. I just switch it up on home and rock a afro like Lupitas. I don't keep up with the justice, but I do know happens either. I'm waiting to see you TV, and by all I mean I'm nigga. The bitches, they gotta check in with the team. I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between. Oh, ride with Manon, mashallah. Check in with me, pin to your job. Queen is the name, I saw yellow to the chain. This is Monte, Patty plain chain. Ride with Minaj, mashallah. Check in with me, pin to your job. Queen is the name, I saw yellow to the chain. This is Monte, Patty plain chain. Eat a Barbie, ass or something. Eat a Barbie, ass or something. Eat a Barbie, ass or something. Eat a Barbie, ass or something.
Suck a nigga, nigga, so. Suck a nigga, nigga, so. Queen for the kings and the queens.
Hey yo.
Okay, well, that was fun. All right, let me go bring in the rest of the guests. Let me add RK in, of course.
Howdy.
Our first spook, and let's bring in the second spook.
Hey,
Okay.
what's going on?
All right, and let's bring in our other wonderful guest. We will say what you're associated with at the 2-minute mark, because I know for a fact that will flag things. But you
He's
love
got that moment of monetization before it's gone.
We just blur the complete lower left of the screen, just as a precautionary measure.
Well, when it comes to the Vice video, we will have to mute. I will mute both of you. But let's just. Well, I guess let's first talk about. I mean, how are you doing, Magnus? How has your guys' day been so far? We'll start with you.
I'm doing great. I'm on my 2 weeks off from working a month straight. I hate my life. Being a wage slave sucks. But yeah, I got followed by some very suspicious people, and I'm probably going to be in the news again in the next couple of weeks. So that's fun.
Well, so yeah, that would be a fun thing I wanted to mention was, we're going to be covering two hit pieces. One of them, I guess, is, just, oh, look at this. We found guns. Guns are really scary. But the other one is much more directed towards our Polymer 80 and JSD. There is the only other person I could imagine that's probably spoken to more media is probably you. And you are arguably one of the most canceled people in this entire country.
Yeah, I forget her name. She was the crazy conservative lady that like jumped into like some Democrat's house and like was running across their property.
Laura Loomer?
Yeah, Laura Loomer and Alex Jones and like a couple other people are like, I'm in that sphere of cancel.
Yeah, no, I think what was it? You can't use UberEats or DoorDash or anything, right?
No Uber Eats, no DoorDash, PayPal, Etsy, Cash App.
Oh god, not the Etsy. How will you survive?
Well, how will everyone else around him survive? Don't worry, guys. We should expect knocks on our doors after the stream too. But yeah. I at least wanted to get. I feel like there's whose else is a better perspective in this regard of someone that's been smeared to the media more than anything else.
But oddly not smeared by CNN. That one still got me shook. I still go back and look at that interview and I'm like, how the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, no, that was a funny one. I kind of if CNN uploaded that, because I remember I had to watch it on some streaming site and I couldn't rewind it, so that was difficult. But yeah, yours was really funny in that like you didn't give them what they wanted, but they already had so much more for like they just wanted the former CIA lady for the Whitmer case, which oh my god, it was mostly focused towards the Whitmer case, and that was the funniest thing. I like
especially now how that case is going. I don't know if you followed it, but holy shit.
Even from when that thing came out, I believe the case was like, okay, so there was like one person that was like, they basically a bunch of feds just convinced like a homeless dude to basically, they not only they convinced him, they trained him, they basically they pretty much did everything.
Oh yeah,
for
more and more awful details could go out, and I could talk about this at some point, but it's bad.
Yeah, no, but that was I mean, like, it was more of the reporter, like, asking whatever I guess the attorney general or whoever that was, whoever the former CIA lady to Whitmer was he's like, yeah, this person, isn't it? She was more of like, well, yeah, no, the challenge is, we can't, when they're removed from everything, sometimes we can't track them anymore.
And then they segue to me and it's like, hi.
Yeah, it was you. It was like, oh, okay. So I mean, like, yeah, they couldn't smear you enough, but like at least they tried. They still tried doing it in the end.
Yeah, the promo image was like they awful fucking edited of what I said I forget who they asked, because they asked me. They're like, do you believe that like an armed revolution is like necessary in the United States or something like that? I gave a very like smart answer to that, but they cut into my answer about like whether, like, I think it was like whether you think groups like the Black Panthers and other armed groups are a good thing, and I'm like, absolutely. So they cut that together. It's like, do you think an armed revolution is necessary? And there's me like, yes, like a big smile on my face. And that was the trailer that aired on CNN for like a week before that.
I mean, my favorite is like it just within like not even a couple of minutes, like immediately. They were with the Arizona or whoever, like militia,
the super FUD boomer militia.
Yeah, and then like within like second, I forgot what it was, but it was essentially something like, oh yeah, something like nothing's gonna happen or anything, and then immediately January 6th, like just like, oh my god, it's a CNN meme in of itself. I could have made a bingo card of this.
The event that happened that involved no guns. Documentary about militias and guns.
Yeah, like that whole documentary is you got your channel taken down for that. So well, but yeah, no, if people couldn't tell, it's a joke, I guess. Is how many times will they smear? I guess the igloo people as far right, no matter like I don't know
the peaceful Inuit people.
Yeah, I don't know what else like you could possibly do at this point. Like it just seemed. Yeah,
it's worse. It's worse than that because, like, if you look at like the 3D printed gun community, it constantly gets smeared as far right. So it's like, okay, we have that in common. But then we also have like Alex Jones claiming that we're like a communist George Soros conspiracy to destroy the Second Amendment, and like Jack Posobiec saying that we're like essentially the same as Antifa. So we're just getting DP'd by like culture war Twitter constantly.
Well, wait, Alex Jones said about how do we?
I wish I could go find the clip, but
we need to get Alex Jones. I live close enough to him. Oh my God, that'd be great.
I have his phone number. Like I said,
this is after the stream then. Okay, but we need Spooky over here too. How are you doing, Spooky?
Doing great, dude. Just basically moving and shit and organizing my house now. But yeah, doing great.
I'm so glad you're able to make it.
Fuck, dude.
I'm gonna be real. I thought you and the other 3 Spooky accounts were all the same people, like running.
The other Spooky
there's 3.
Yeah, that's the joke. Yeah, that was the joke about the original whole Bundle of Spooks thing. Is RK and Spooky were the same person they still are the same person.
RK's 2 of them. I mean,
yeah. Well, I am 2 of them, but my main account is not Spooky related, so.
No,
I don't know who her third.
There's 4. I mean, they're not like major people. Like I think 2 of them have like 1,000. But like I always have to double check because I'll just see Spook and have to check like whether it's one of you 2, your alt, or like one of the other 2 people that have Spooky that also have 3D printed guns as their profile picture. And it's like fuck.
If you click on the profile and there's anime ass just swarming you, then you'll know exactly who you're talking to.
Yeah, you'll know which one it is at that point.
Well, I see JSD's in the chat too. So, I'm thinking, do we want to go with the JSD smear piece or do we want to go with the Glock Autoseer or hit piece? Piece.
JSD's here.
Yeah,
let's do that one.
That way he can get back to making binary Glock triggers.
Yeah, we need to get his Etsy account banned.
Yeah, okay. Well, oh God, if only I made this into
your time for being a Wish.com vendor is ending by the end of this.
It's limited. Their days are numbered.
Well, I mean, after this hit piece, let's be honest, they were already numbered. But okay, let's go ahead and let me do a screen share. Tell me if the audio works for this. I would be very upset if it doesn't. But okay, should be how easy it is to build a ghost gun. So if I remember correctly, in this one, they go and speak to who's the guy that the attorney general? There's like 5 of them at this point. The one from I think Pennsylvania, is it Shapiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shapiro. Yeah, that one.
Washi.
Yeah, I think they basically try to illegally transfer him. They get him to basically, or they make them the guns for them, or it's like an illegal transfer. Basically, NBC makes a felony to own the guns.
The gang commits a felony and broadcasts it on TV.
Hey, but it's a good felony, okay? But
yeah, they're okay to do it.
So should we let's take a little bit of a guess. What do we think is going to be said here? I think we can, it's with a lot of these. You don't really need to see them. You can just guess it.
It's something extremist. Something extremist is going to be mentioned at least once.
I'm going to guess a lot of made up, completely pulled out of their ass crime statistics regarding ghost guns.
Should we assume? Are we going to assume Boogaloo is going to be mentioned at least once?
Yeah, some Hawaiian shirts for sure.
I mean, we were in the South Park movie that just came out this week, so
they don't miss. That's good. That's good.
Oh, it seems Isaac Fulton. I fucking love these podcasts, but I gotta go be with my woman's boys. Or I can't. Well, if you have a woman involved, all right, have fun, my friend. But yeah, my guess is we're gonna hear. I'm gonna go with the January 6th. I've not watched this yet. Has anyone watched this yet?
No, I have no idea.
I only
read the article you posted about it, and that's it.
Yeah, someone tagged me. Was like, "Oh my god, this is beautiful." I made sure that this was the right one. I saw they censored the JSD. They censored the JSD logo, which is like, oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure everyone knows. Okay, they're talking about JSD when it comes to it. I mean, I guess they didn't want to give JSD the coverage, but they wanted the smear piece. So don't worry, we'll make sure your name is out there. But I'm assuming they're going to mention Matter of Minutes. Yeah, that's a good one. Cody Wilson, Liberator. Well, this is also Polymer 80.
Please mention the Liberator. Please.
They can't help behind. It, dude. They can't help
10 years.
Well, this is
It's gonna
also
have-
a
There's gonna be
P80s
video
too.
footage of some just like bullshit 3D printed gun that's not even relevant anymore. That's like 5 years out of date.
So I mean, that was the other one. That was the weird like design that I still don't know what Glock that was. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna assume January 6th. I'm gonna say white supremacy, white nationalists, far right. I mean, those are basically free spaces at this point. Anyone have any good guesses? Like something a little more out there.
It's kind of hard because they read off a script so strictly. Is Pincus gonna make an appearance? That's just gonna be my like fucking
I'm really
long
hoping
ball.
we hear
That's
the
gonna be the
return of the
in-stream
trigger
button.
puller. You know, that's just that. You know, maybe I'm biased.
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah.
Hope we hear it.
A totally inaccurate description of how binary triggers or auto sears work.
No,
Oh my God,
no.
Please.
Yeah, what he was
Please.
that'd be great. No, but the trigger puller one was the last NBC one where they were showing, I guess, some gang violence, and they
They're showing
referred
some
yeah,
trigger puller
so-
Americans.
they referred to them as these people are called trigger pullers, and they like to basically it's like Chicago
You
in
know,
their
I
show.
noticed they didn't say who was calling them trigger pullers. I don't,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, the reporter was black, so I guess it was okay. But
Jesus Christ.
I believe actually no, from the original Vice documentary, I think one of my spaces was Josh Shapiro cameo. So I'm glad to see that I was at least somewhat close to that
Good,
one.
you
This
mark
is,
off that box.
yeah, at least I mean I won bingo that game. I beat Arcade to that, but oh well. Let's start it. Let's
Oh, someone
enough
mentioned something about the NRA for no reason. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
how could we forget?
they're gonna bring the
Always
NRA
got to
and
bring up
nobody
the NRA, no matter how irrelevant they are.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, they're gonna mention the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys as synonymous. I'm assuming that's just gonna
Yes.
be.
I wouldn't be surprised if me or someone I know that will use the stock footage that they use in fucking everything of one of us.
Yeah, it's always funny. It's like, hey, wait, I recognize the guy with the beard.
Hey, there's Magnus.
The beard gives it's a nice beard. I got to admit. But all right, let's start. Tell me if the audio comes off.
This
Oh, I heard a click. There
is
we
a
go.
ghost
Yep.
gun. There's no record of it. It took no background check, and we have no idea how many like it are on our streets
I should have
today.
put nasally
Because
voice
it's
as
built
my
from a
bingo.
perfectly legal.
Holy shit, he sounds like such a dweeb.
This is a ghost gun.
And then I love how he waits for the bullets, the shots, and he pauses. Bang! This is a ghost gun. Bang! We don't know how many bang.
You
there
know, it's
are.
at some super FUD like New Jersey range where the
Holy
RSO is
shit.
like standing behind him, be like, you better not
breathing
double
down his
tap.
fucking ear.
It's it's already starting off the way I'm expecting. How is he going to even attempt to make it like at least seem like nonpartisan? But let's just.
Oh,
I know the answer. I mean,
you
let's be.
sweet summer child.
Yeah, I know. And how naive of me. How silly. But you know what? Let's.
Already a
What
train
does-
wreck,
what
only
does he even
17
do?
seconds in.
And then made into a working firearm in the amount of time it takes to build an IKEA cabinet. Just over an hour.
Oh,
An
oh,
IKEA
okay.
cabinet,
Wait,
you know-
wait,
That's a
wait,
good
An
metric.
IKEA cabinet in an hour?
Wait, so in matter of okay, we're gonna count that one. God, I should. If this were OBS, it'd be easier to have a bingo card ready. Fuck.
Yeah, you're really
Ghost
lacking on
gun
the bingo
deal
card.
leads to-
Yeah, no. Well, I'll have to set up some ridiculous like OBS like virtual camera screen next time. Also, Solomon, that is he does not sound like me, and you live in New York, all right? Okay, let's continue on.
IKEA cabinet. Just over an hour.
There was a black market ghost gun sale that went bad and turned deadly.
A 16-year-old student gunned down two classmates.
Oh, so it's gonna be school shootings. All right, I did
Oh,
not
I
expect it to go
was
this.
good.
Alleged school gunman died.
All right,
What
I
year
didn't.
was that?
Okay, do we
What
see it on
year
here?
was this?
Let's see. Let's
Law
see.
enforcement tell NBC News the weapon may have been a ghost gun.
The
Oh, that was
firearm
the
and
California one with the M1911. It wasn't even a fucking ghost gun. Or
Yeah,
it was
no,
just
yeah,
like-
that's
it
a
was just like
1911.
shaved cereal. It was just like a shaved cereal.
Well, that's the thing about the ghost gun definition. It's like extremely vague, in that, like, I think what was it? San Francisco. They posted an image of them, and they said, "Oh, like it was just normal Glocks," and they didn't have the serial number scratched off, and they just referred to them as ghost guns.
Oh yeah, and then they deleted the post.
Yeah. When bullying worked, yeah, they deleted it. But
Bullying
God.
police departments on Twitter actually worked.
is this plastic or is this? What is this? Is it just a 1911 then?
There's
let me look it up.
DIY 1911s you can get that are 80%, but no telling what that is.
You should be listening to the Freeman stream we just did earlier today, because yeah, those are terrible. Those are so hard.
Well,
yeah,
I know they're not easy. That's why I have 2 frames sitting around that I haven't finished.
you're gonna one of them to break and then one of them to hopefully do right.
No, I'm
was
just
a
not going to
kit
use
gun.
either of them.
So it was a kit 1911, apparently.
It's a kit. Okay.
It's a kit. It's a ghost gun. You can't find it.
It's an
Well.
IKEA kit.
One could even be in your home.
Ghost Gunner, sponsored by IKEA.
Motive unknown, deadly rampage. All right, let's keep going.
Law enforcement tell NBC News the weapon may have been a ghost gun.
The
May.
firearm in evidence is
May.
described as an 80%er. Oh, a ghost gun.
Last year,
Oh.
the LAPD recovering more than double the number of ghost guns compared to the year before.
Wonder
In
how
the
well those
Numbers
laws
up,
are working.
boys.
Yeah, no, keep printing, boys. But yeah,
Case.
let's hear it.
Weapons used in at least 24 homicides in the city. In Philadelphia,
Oh,
the police
24.
department recovered
Oh.
571
Hang on, go back to the
constructed ghost
P80
guns.
frame on the ground. Was that even completed, or did that just like fall out of somebody's
Used
pocket?
in
Wait,
at least 24
me-
homicides. Recovered
24.
Oh wait,
It's not even
no,
done.
no, it's not
How many
done.
homicides were there in LA? It's just on the ground.
They
It's
just
on
got
the-
a P80 kit, tried to put it together, failed. They're like,
24
fuck it.
homicides in the
They
city.
just threw it at somebody.
yeah. That's yeah. This is great.
Never change, Emmett.
Stand back. We don't know if it's cleared.
Let me make sure I got this on the right. Let's get this in 1080p. All right, this is great. This is going.
Pro streamer.
I can already tell how this is gonna go. This is gonna go great. I can imagine. So yeah, it seems like they're gonna be focusing more on the 80% stuff. So
JC, that's correct. Yeah, it was his dad's that he took, and it was
Yep.
it was just like he was just shooting his friends too. It wasn't like a school shooting. It was
I mean,
like
he was
a
just
friend.
shooting his friends. Jesus.
It wasn't. I like you. Don't come to school tomorrow. Scoot
No,
shooting.
it was just like a fuck you guys.
yeah, well, there was the one in Texas too. I want to say where it was some guy that just kind of like blind fired in a hallway. That and he just kind of got let go eventually too. That's a
I mean, he was just doing a pro gamer move. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, you're right. But another thing too is when you're mentioning the crime stuff, Spooky, there was a Giffords posted their own little study, basically a fact check
Oh,
where
no.
they basically said, well, actually, you see, it's the Trump areas that have more crime. In fact,
Oh, fuck me,
California,
dude.
actually, the crime is
Holy
lower.
shit.
And they had to say, well, we didn't use the FBI crisis. We had to use the state local. Or like when you look at their methodology, like, oh, okay, I see how you got these. All right, never mind. the number,
Disregarded.
yeah, it's like, all right, I see.
Yeah,
Let's
we just don't look at local police statistics and only go with federal crimes. And of course,
let's continue on though. Let's see how this goes.
Philadelphia, the police department recovered 571 constructed ghost guns, more than 5 times the number in 2019.
But just how easy is it to order the parts for
He
these
looks
guns?
exactly
This is
how
our
I thought
NBC
he would.
Like-
Looks exactly
how
how I thought he would.
Who's? I like the elite hacker he has in the MacBook over there typing
Yeah,
away.
typing away on a white
bro,
screen.
just fucking get on TikTok in the background, bro.
Oh no!
Tilt the monitor so we
Get
can
on
see what
Word
you're
and just
doing.
start typing.
Are we going to see JSD's website? Is that what we're going to see next?
Like everything blurred
He's
out.
like, oh, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, like, all right, I'm curious because I'm assuming they're about to like pan over to the camera. So let's see what goes. Where this goes.
Hang on, we need that still image so we can just superimpose anything we want onto the
perfect.
laptop.
No, this is perfect. This is the meme.
Oh
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
His hands all like fucking soy jacked out. It was great. You missed it.
Let me take off the captions. All right, someone go ahead if you
There
want
we
to.
go. All right, I'm saving it right now.
Oh, wait, let me see if I can get this without. How do I get this without the stupid like title on it? Yeah, this is a.
Oh,
This
I got a great snip. I'm gonna post it to my Twitter.
All right. Well, if anyone posts any funny ones, I'll be sure to put it on
There we
stream.
go.
All right. If
Good
you
luck.
get a good one, tag me and I'll put it on stream. But okay, let's keep going.
For these guns, this is our NBC producer, Jason, who lives here in Pennsylvania. There are a litany of options that come up of where you could purchase these kits.
Oh yeah, I
What
can
site
see.
are you on, sir?
He's on Google. He literally
It looks like
Googled.
Gunbreaker.
Is this
No, that's an arms
4chan?
list.
What the fuck? Oh, it's arms list. Okay, I was
Okay.
like, why does it look like a website from like '98?
It looks like yeah.
Because it's
yeah.
arms list.
They just
Like, I-
blurred out the entire thing. They're like, yeah, you can see here.
Excerpt from one of many how-to videos on you. Oh boy, and we're gonna see a P80 Ralph video.
Uh-oh.
You want to make sure you have everything.
Amazon.
It tells you
Oh wait, no, that was the video. Oh wait, this is a YouTube video.
But with the tools,
okay.
you want to make sure you have everything.
It tells you
Okay, if someone finds that if you find,
Whose
if you know,
voice is that?
if you know who that voice is,
The
let's give him a
Trigger American's voice.
Yeah, careful now. But if you find out his channel, please tell us so we can get it. We will give him a nice shout out. I would love to. Congratulations. I wonder if he even knows he's on a feature. But that's great. I didn't realize that was a YouTuber. Yeah, he's on Amazon too. I'm wondering, did he even like show how to get it actually, or did he just talk about it? Because that's totally what I'd do. Either way, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
exact parts you literally need to buy.
This is where I suggest you get ammo from.
Done.
Thank you for your purchase.
Wait.
So weirdly edited.
Is this JSD?
That's JSD's site.
Yeah, they blurred it. Well, all right, guys, that's JSD. Don't you have a coupon code, Spooky?
They
Give
made
an
a
affiliate link?
purchase. They
Yeah,
made a good purchase. That's good.
Well, thank you for your patronage, right, JSD? But
This is probably the gun that they illegally built.
yeah, I mean, we're watching a piece of history.
Do they have like a tablet on the background next to the couch, just propped up?
I'm assuming this is like this is the nice ritzy part of Pennsylvania, I bet. I don't know. I'm not from Pennsylvania, so maybe JNY is here could probably help us
Yeah,
out.
they have a whole iPad just for the family photos.
Right.
Just
I would.
scrolls.
Well, don't you know life is hard in the suburbs. So let's continue on.
Well, to place this order because he lives in one of the 40 states that has not regulated.
Yep. Or look at the free states here. Oh, wait, Washington? Not anymore?
No, they
have
passed something
laws.
like very recently that's dumb about it. I
Oh,
forget
okay.
what it is exactly.
It's really easy to go around it too. It's not that hard. It's basically just don't sell it and you're in the clear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice to know.
I know it's to the point where it's like, thank you for donating $1 to my Patreon. Here, have this donated kit. And it's like, okay, you're fine. It's like weed laws.
Yeah. So, all right, we're looking at. Yeah, it looks like that's about right. That's what I assume every other state's going to be. But I guess Nevada, they just passed that bill too. I think they banned P80s, which isn't like one of the P80. Isn't Polymer 80 literally based in Nevada too?
I don't know.
I'm Googling.
Oh, it looks like we got our first super chat here. Let me go read that one for everyone. Kiowa, don't let the journos beat you to the AliExpress build. That's going to be the next big thing. China's.
Yeah, we need to say our goodbyes to AG since he's gonna literally fucking die.
Yeah, no. The funniest thing is
AliExpress build.
No, so Polymer 80 is suing Nevada over their DIY gun ban law.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, the AliExpress build that's more dangerous than literally. Like, I shoot 3D printed guns, and even I feel uncomfortable doing that.
Evil SD saying that this reporter definitely has pronouns in the bio. Do we know this reporter's name, by the way, so we can do a quick little Twitter check?
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
it say in the description?
Someone wants
some unsufferable shit lib. I'm just calling it now.
I mean, he works at NBC. Did we even really need to guess that?
I know. I would love for some confirmation. Just like
Does he have a mask in his profile picture? That's what we need to know.
Does he have a Ukraine flag on there too?
It's the Ukraine flag now. Mask is out.
Yeah, let me say it. JSD responded to us. Nevada law slipped back to normal. Yes, P80 is in Dayton, Nevada. Okay, I was right. I'm glad to know that. But all right, let's continue on. Let's go. Just take a look at all the free states and laugh at Solomon for being from New York. Okay.
The selling of these kits. And that's also why we were able to walk into this gun show outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, did any of us guess the gun show loophole?
Damn it, no.
I don't think we did. At that one, I thought that one was played out.
Yeah, these are absolute gimmicks. Those are BB guns.
God, I haven't heard this in such a.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
They're BB guns.
They're literally BB guns, dude. It's Steel
Wait,
Storm.
no, what is it though? It looks like a shotgun AR.
I don't know.
It's a Turk BB gun, okay?
No, that one in the middle, the gray one, looks like that the neo-Nazis that got busted in fucking Britain trying to 3D print a gun, and it looked like they whittled it. That's what that is.
Single shot.
Yeah. This is there's a video I want to say. It was some like dude from California. It's like, oh, I'm going to show you how easy it is to get a ghost or a gun from a gun show in California. It's an airsoft gun, but he just tells everyone it's a real gun. It's like anyone that's from California, like I'm not even from California, and I know deep down inside, like there's no fucking way that you actually did that. And yeah, sure enough.
What was he being serious, or was he?
Yeah, he was being serious, and I think like Reno May was like the only called him out. Like, yeah, he's the California gun guy. He's like, yeah, no, this is ridiculous.
Dude, that's literally that legendary California meme where it's like, look how easy it is to buy a gun in California. It's a picture of an open package of a BB gun on the side of the road.
Yeah, but let's take a guess of, what gun show? What are we going to see at the gun show here? What do you think we're going to see?
There's going to be a 50 somewhere.
Do you think they're going to go to like? Or I'm not sure if you guys.
So they're going to buy what, like a P80 kit here or something?
They bought it on the internet.
Well,
I don't know what they're doing.
What
at
the
gun
hell
show.
are they? What are they going to do here?
Is it just to check the box?
It might be.
I
This
like
is gonna be like a 3-second segment of just but the gun shows.
The gun show.
Anyway,
well, I mean, they might find like a couple of those gun shows I've seen. Like they have the World War II stuff, and they have, if you don't know anything, you're just gonna see a bunch of swastikas. Like, well, okay,
yeah.
Are they gonna do that? Are they gonna try to like? Is that where?
But they're in California, so it's like.
Well,
that explains the BB guns.
Oh God, California gun shows just. I can only imagine how sad those must be. But let's carry on.
Yeah, let's see where this is going.
We went in with a hidden camera to show
Pink
just how easy
22.
it is to buy.
Yeah, that's a fuck. These are 22s.
For a hidden camera to a public event.
Oh, wait. Okay, guys. Oh boy, I am here to buy one of your ghost guns. Do you sell that here? Okay, let's just take a wild guess of how awkward this is gonna fucking be.
Keep the pink, keep pink Ruger up.
Yeah, that's still a BB gun behind
You
you.
don't need anything from me, right? Money.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
wait, what did he say? What did he say?
Yeah,
you could hit the arrow keys and just go back 10 seconds, right?
Right, but someone told me how to do the frame.
Period and comma.
Period and okay, that's way easier. All right, yeah, I'll do that next time. But okay, turning on captions too, so everyone can read. All right, let's hear what he says though.
Outside of Philadelphia, we went in with a hidden camera to show just how easy it is to buy a kit.
Or you could leave with it today.
And you don't need anything from me, right?
Money.
Money?
Yeah.
But no ID or anything. We're not doing background checks. So then I'll just need
Utopia.
essentially-
That's the most
I'm gonna
fed thing I've
take-
ever fucking heard.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna take this moment to roast these fucking dudes. If you're a vendor at any show or any event and somebody's talking to you like this, just deny them sales.
Like,
just tell them to go fuck themselves.
Oh,
like it's
no
either a
idea,
journalist or
right?
an FBI agent. Like
this
go
reminds me. Yeah, this reminds me like when it was one of my labs. We had an event for someone, and we went to a bar, and I was under 21, and like they weren't carding anyone. They're like, okay, this is my chance. I'm gonna do it. And when the waiter comes over, like, all right, what do you want to drink? I'm like, what is the beer you have here? I would like to know which beer you have. And like, yeah, that was my favorite part was, yeah, the guy was like, oh yeah, here's everything. He's like, okay, great. Yeah, where's your ID now? I'm like, oh, silly me. I left that back at the lab. Oh goodness. I guess not today. But like, how can you not like immediately tell what this guy is doing?
Dude, you're supposed to just go with like, what do you have on draft? Not what kind of beer do you sell, Mr. Sir?
I heard you sell alcohol here. Is that correct? Yeah,
I am here to purchase the alcoholic beverages.
Like I was 18. This was the first bar. I was able to go like during the daytime. I was like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna get away with this today. I'm so happy. But yeah, it just every time something like I see something like this, I just immediately remember that. I'm like, how do you guys not have? Oh well, let's hear what else you can get them to say.
With the drill bits and everything.
And then, like I said, you're just drilling 3 holes on each side. Cut these tabs off. There's tons and tons of videos online.
Okay.
Like,
we got
not anymore.
We got some comments from JSD. They said that's their stand at the Oaks Gun Show in Philadelphia, and it's really illegal to audio record without consent in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, super illegal. Well, committing a felony to own the car. All right, so here we got another one. Now, if I were JSD, I mean, this is NBC, so I don't think anyone cares if you sue them. Please, for the love of God.
Hire Nicholas Sandman's lawyer. You're good to go.
No, well, no, not anymore. Don't hire Linwood.
No, Linwood wasn't his lawyer. Linwood was just hype guy, wasn't it?
No, he was the lawyer for. Yeah, I mean, if we want, how deep do we want to go into that lore? I'm not gonna.
No.
Okay, yeah, moving on.
let's just move on. Yeah, okay. So I like it too. It's like, yeah, you can find videos on the internet.
Hi.
Well, don't worry. If this article does the way it's supposed to, not anymore. I won't be surprised too. It's like, oh, can you give me a list of those videos too, please? Preferably with the URLs for later.
Yeah, so the channel names, please.
Yeah, but okay. P80 or P80s for Glocks are a lot easier than for ways than 1911s. That's for sure.
And again, banning it off of YouTube would be the worst thing ever because then the first thing that'll pop up on Google will be Odyssey. So get fucked.
I mean, that's kind of what our Odyssey's really for, in all honesty. But let's continue on.
How long does it usually take you?
First time, it's probably gonna be like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
I mean, my fastest time was like 24 minutes.
24
Well,
minutes.
that is a thing to try. All right, that's going to be an Odyssey stream.
To buy other firearms at this show, they required background checks.
But to get this kit, it just
Did they
took
say
that
other
cash.
firearms?
Have you seen the demand for your?
Well,
That's not a firearm.
Well, okay. Well, this is another thing too. Is the ATF classifies? Is this a buy build shoot kit? Is it one of these ones?
Oh God, yeah, that was really dumb on that. I don't even know what happened with the buy build shoot kits. That didn't make any sense. It was all non-firearm pieces in a box.
That's where we get into the whole readily convertible, I guess, or is it readily?
Yeah,
convertible?
because there's that blue
Anybody
check.
had it make any sense?
Because there's that blue check. I forget their fucking name, but it was some Gifford Group associated broad that she's dumb. Where she's like, we need to require a Glock to make it to where it's harder to convert their firearms. And everybody was like, how? She never had an answer to it. Like,
Well, they already have.
I mean-
The Gen 4 and 5, the auto sears aren't compatible. So that they did make it to where those drop-on auto sears just like don't work on the new Glocks easily anyway.
Well, but we can talk about that one for the double feature, okay? That's
Yeah,
that's the next one. But yeah, no, this is God, the background check thing too. That's this is exactly.
Also, great pause face on this dude. He looks like a fucking Star Wars character.
Every single face is a soy jack fucking meme. A potential soy jack meme.
I mean, yeah.
There's so much material.
Oh wait, I think this is the JSD part. I think
Who do you think that is with the head right there?
Yeah, I think that's. This is the guy from JSD. I'm not sure if it's the same one in the chat, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
the same guy.
Yeah, we're about to see the J's. All right. From what I remember hearing, this is apparently a lot longer of a conversation. Don't worry, as you can tell by how this entire long this video is, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, this is common. I talked to CNN for like 3 hours and they used like 6 minutes.
So, all right, let's take a guess of how this goes. I'm gonna go back.
But to get this kit, it just took that cash. Have you seen the demand for your supply going up?
Yeah, the entire industry's gone up.
Oh my God!
Why are you just walking around a gun show with your titties out, man?
Dear God, yeah, put those things away. Put those things away. Oh my goodness, you're going on television.
Haram.
Someone needs to take this image and put nipples on it and then re-blur it.
Just take Riley Reed's tits and just fucking shove it on his chest.
Everyone, this is a fun game for you guys. All right, what is being censored? Go ahead and whatever the funniest thing you have being censored that's on there, please. Tag me on, and if it's really funny and I could show it on stream, I'll show it on stream. This is a fun little game for you, okay? Winner gets a shout out, I guess. I'm not giving money. But okay, let's hear how this goes.
We tracked down Jordan Monero, the major ghost gun kit supplier in Pennsylvania, as we left the show.
So don't you dare
use this image. Screenshot this one.
They really blurred out words on his shirt.
Yes,
it's
and
so awkward looking.
What does it even say? JSD. Can you tell us what your shirt says?
It says JSD Supply Company or something
That's
like that.
it?
Well, they don't want people to just like go to this website and just
fucking
bulk order
God.
kits.
I bet they probably realized this like right before they published it too. Of like, wait a second, yeah, we have their name on there. What are we thinking? Yeah, let's go. Someone quickly blur that. Like there is a chance that they probably
figure it out.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out.
That's fine. What we can do is you just go right into the comments below this and you just say JST.
Yeah.
So you just
Oh yeah, wait.
website.
Yeah, allow me to do that. Oh God. Oh, okay.
Oh, we're gonna see your recommended. I'm gonna judge you.
Oh, okay. Let me get this
Timcast, Ghost Guns. See what you
The blurred logo is JSD Supplies. Blurred
I gotta go
logo
like that.
is JSD.
Wild Toy Jack Panic.
So, supplies. I'll go with that. Yeah.
I want a soy jack of that
You
fucking that meme template by the end of the night.
And comment. Okay. Yeah. I like this. Yeah. Go ahead, guys, and be sure to edit whatever. This is a better image. What is being censored really here? What does this shirt actually say? Okay, let's go back a little bit and get let's hear the full interview in its full context.
The major ghost gun kit supplier in Pennsylvania as we left the show.
Don't you bear some responsibility then when these guns get into the hands of criminals?
No, because I'm not a criminal.
But you're essentially handing them a piece that they can build in a half an hour and turn it into a gun.
Yeah, you can get keys and a pack of Budweiser and drunk drive kill somebody too.
Just notice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I love this every single time with journalists too. Like, let's see if we can get this right. I want to see
Major ghost
this
gun
answer.
kit supplier in Pennsylvania as we left the show.
Don't you bear some responsibility then when these guns get into the hands of criminals?
No, because I'm not a criminal.
But you're
there we go. There's the nice edit too. Like I can tell that there was probably more to this answer, and then just yep.
Either way, that's such a great clip. Like I'm gonna screen record this later, and I'm just gonna post that under every town post ever.
It's like, do you bear any responsibility? Yeah, no, not really. Like,
This guy is a literal spoons make you fat guy. Like this is
like
fucking shit.
I mean, like, yeah, like, what do you like? That's the thing that always bothers me too. Is like, oh, we need to make sure there's liability insurance. Like, or we need to be able to sue our gun manufacturers for killing people. Like, like you can sue them still, like if like a gun's malfunctioning, right? Like
no, they're immune from lawsuits. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like if they mess up and like your gun explodes all the time, well then yeah, you can sue them. Yeah, there's another company, there's another large industry that you can't sue right now, and if I were to mention it, that is what will get you banned on YouTube for sure. But I'll let people decide that one. But make sure you get your 7th booster, as we all love it. All right, let's continue on.
We stand with Ukraine.
Yeah, we stand with Ukraine. I love everything that's current.
We support the current things.
But I do like that this is. I'm assuming this is, JSD Supplies says this was about a 13-minute long video, and
that's in 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. Like.
You're supposed to double down when they say like criminals can buy this, and you said yes, and that is awesome, and I appreciate that. And
the worst one I ever did was Al Jazeera, where I was seriously on the phone with this guy for like 4 hours.
I understand what the feds go after you. Oh my god, Al Jazeera.
I talked to them about like everything, like every single question you could imagine ever asking me, I answered, and they seriously used like 2 sentences from me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See, I would have gone like the Bloomberg, like, okay, everything's going to be more expensive, but that's a good. Like, here's why it's a good thing. You should say, yeah, criminals are going to use it, and that's a good thing.
And that is a good thing. You're asking the wrong person about that. You're like felony. I don't know what that word means.
But like, yeah, no, I just like, I don't know what else you could really respond to this. My only thing would be, oh, you work for NBC? Yeah, okay, see ya. That's my response to that. It would be like, okay, you're for NBC. This is all right. Well, no, either that or like you have your own recording and that stuff. Yeah. But like.
I think that's almost why a lot of my interviews go better than a lot of people's, is because I post that shit like the next day, and more often or not, I secretly record them. I don't let them know. Like that CNN, I literally put my phone in my pocket with a voice recorder and then upload that shit the next day.
Yeah, someone says, "Yeah, can we sue Home Depot just in case one of their rental trucks harms people?" I mean, in that theory, you'd probably, I guess, yeah. I mean, you could sue technically literally anything. I mean,
yeah. What's the famous quote? Like, in America, you can sue a ham sandwich.
Yep. You might not be able to win, but you could probably make sure whoever the ham sandwich can't afford and to live anything but legal fees, which is what they're usually doing. But let's continue on though. Let's hear how we've heard the evil JSD man. The gun
man.
The gun dealer. Okay.
You're essentially handing them a piece that they can build in a half an hour and turn it into a gun.
That is correct.
Yeah, you can get keys and a pack of Budweiser and drunk drive kill somebody too.
Last year, the man who ran Pennsylvania's major gun shows.
Confederate flag, there it is.
Yeah, no, they needed to have that in there. You could tell that they probably
like make sure shot of his ass while he walks.
Last year,
too.
the man who ran.
Yeah, I guess this is a hidden camera because.
Why is there a Confederate flag?
In
This is-
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania of all places, it seems like a bit out of place. I guess the South will rise again.
We need a scan for crease marks.
Yeah, that's you found the most Bubba motherfucker there. Right?
Like, I guess. Okay. All right. Maybe it's a world maybe they're have old muskets there. Maybe it's like some Civil War reenactors. Well, JSD was there. Maybe they can do it. But yeah, let's.
That was the other JSD booth. What are you talking about?
You're right. It was the JSD.
Agreed to no longer allow the sale of these kits.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, if you bully them enough, yeah, companies will always just bend the knee because it's too much bad press because obviously the media loves gun companies. So
yeah, and they like their $1,400 M1911s. They got to make sure that they're competitive.
We all of us know if you're a gun company, your audience is the audience that listens to NBC, CNN. They all, when I think about who wants to buy a gun, who I'm appealing to, it's the people that go to Gifford, the gun safety people, because they're not against gun control, right?
That's the whole issue though. Is like the cops and the fucking gun companies. They are just like corpo scumbags that will totally bend the knee and throw their customers under the bus.
And the issue with the gun companies, for God's sakes, look, and everyone, none of your, if NBC attacks you, they're already going to attack you. They already hate you. They already tried to ban your, they already hate guns to begin with.
They literally don't want you to exist.
They're arguing from bad faith to begin with. There's no reason to continue this, but I can't believe. So I guess Pennsylvania they bullied the gun shows. I guess maybe with lawsuits. I'm assuming the AG pretty much threatened to continue to keep suing them to pretty much force them out. But I guess I'm not from Pennsylvania, but I'm assuming if it's Josh Shapiro, there's some real dirty, underhanded things going on. But let's continue on.
But when met with pushback by Vinroe and others, he sold the gun shows to Vinroe, who went back to selling them.
You're following the
Oh, great. On family based. All right.
Taking over, boys.
There we go. We're about to get another wonderful. What are the wise words our arms dealer is going to be saying?
You know that Pepe shirt where the boobs come forward and makes Pepe's eyes? That's literally all I can fucking see right now. I'm looking at this.
It was something so offensive, even NBC didn't want to use it to smear him. All right,
we show the Confederate flag, but not whatever the fuck is on this dude's shirt.
Vinroe and others,
he's got an Azov pinwheel. All right,
to Vinroe, who went right back to selling them.
You're following the laws right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Handing over those kids just for cash, that is by the books.
Yeah, it's like buying a lawn chair at Walmart.
Just look how dumb. I want the camera on the other side. I want to see his face.
He's smiling, dude. So it's almost that's why I feel like he looks so confused. As you can see, the smirk on this dude's face.
Yeah, it's dude, JST's right. It's
disbelief on JST's
face. It's legal. What are you expecting?
His smile and optimism gone.
Yeah, it's it's legal. This is what always happens every single time. It's but what you're doing is bad. Okay, that's what you think, but it's that's how else do you respond?
You just sold him the power drill. You just handed him over for cash.
Okay.
Thank God that these journos haven't discovered that you can just go to Farm and Fleet and buy fucking Tannerite. Oh my God.
It's always funny too whenever they find 3D printer stuff out. It's but how? No way! You can just do this and it just works. Yes. Why don't the printers just not let you print the guns? That's a good question. They lack. It's whenever they bring up smart guns, or it's a California laws of they just want to make the gun as uncontrollable and as dangerous as possible as a way to make it safer. I
know the solution: hackable guns.
Yeah. My favorite too is the smart gun where if it's really cold outside, you obviously without gloves, congratulations, you're just not going to shoot your gun anymore. But hey, let's continue on. Let's I want to see how he runs with this. Let's take a wild guess.
You can buy a lawn chair in cash.
Plus, these kits and the guns they turn into are harder to track because most don't have serial numbers. Because of these legal loopholes, many of them
Loopholes are complying, by the way. Let's just make sure we
They
remember.
love that word. They love that word. Everything that is somehow legal is a loophole.
Yeah, no, you owning a gun is literally it is a loophole. That's what it
Because
is.
the loophole implies that it shouldn't be legal. It's,
You want to talk about a loophole? How about illegally transferring a firearm to the attorney general?
I mean, like,
how about that loophole?
I mean, hey, that's like if there's the law they want to push, it's the law they want to push, all right? Like, go ahead.
Honestly, it'd be such a big dick move if like FPC or something just sued them.
I mean,
just went for it. Like you're breaking federal gun law.
Like I hope too. It's like one like the live shit justice was like, well, shit, that's a good like the precedent would be nice, I guess. Like, but hey,
pin him to the fucking wall with that. It'd be brilliant.
But like, yeah, the thing with whenever I hear loophole, I think of California, and I just think of like anytime they have anything that's a semblance of like cool, it's immediately a loophole, and they have to ban it every second.
Yeah, because there's that whole thing I talked about where they're considering it a legal loophole that Uber drivers can turn off their app and just pick somebody up and give them a ride. And they now have sting teams standing on street corners trying to hail down Uber drivers that are undercover LAPD.
Yeah,
it's like,
I've seen that.
Yeah, but I want you guys to remember too. Like, think about what this loophole is. It's the loophole where you build yourself your own gun. Like, this isn't just some sort of like simple. Like, I guess with the the Glock ones, it's like there's still some things you need to know how to do. Like your average, if you want a murder weapon, you can just still buy an illegal gun. Like you can just buy something that was stolen. Go to the black market still exists. Like that.
You can make a zip gun. Literally, there's guys on the internet.
Like this isn't a loophole. This is just like this is. I don't know. It's enough frustration of the way that they keep pushing this every single time, and everyone, if you know any semblance of anything they're talking about, you realize how stupid it is. Because anything that is literally complying, because everything you just heard, it's legal. It's not a loophole. It's just you are building yourself your own gun. What are you going to do? Ban plastic?
You don't go straight to prison for 25 years for uttering the word gun, so it's a loophole according to these people.
Yeah, no, it's like you would have to. It goes to the whole you would ban Home Depot because Home Depot is one of the largest gun stores in the entire country because you could just buy two pipes and just make yourself a pipe shotgun. Like
and then break your wrist.
Well, that's why you want to build a Cafe 12 from Jeff Rodriguez. I had a wonderful stream on that one too. That was great. But those are.
We're only halfway through this video.
We're we haven't even gone through the Vice one yet. But let's continue on.
Across the country, from shows and online sales, are bought by former convicts who are by law barred from owning these weapons. As just one example, there were 586 such convicts arrested with ghost guns in Los Angeles just last year.
All right, guys, breaking news.
What kind of ghost guns? What kind of ghost guns there, NBC? What kind, huh?
Breaking news, guys. Criminals break laws. All right.
Did they buy a PED kit and learn how to fucking put it together? Huh? Is that what they did, NBC? 500 of them?
I bet what happened is they bought some Filipino fucking serial number scraped off gun and out of a back of some random dude's truck in some sketchy alleyway in fucking Philadelphia, like they've done for the last 100 fucking years.
See, what I was really hoping, and I hope, I'm not going to put it past NBC at this point. Do they basically get a felon to buy one and then show us that a felon bought now that would be peak journalism right there if they did that.
We paid this felon to go buy a ghost gun.
But don't take our word for it. Here, we paid a felon to go to this gun show to buy it from Palmer 80.
We worked with the FBI to force someone to commit a felony to prove that you can do this.
By the way, JSD, don't put this past them. By the way, we're joking about this, but I legitimately wouldn't put this past them.
In prison, he was called a trigger puller.
Like Josh Shapiro, he's the AG. The AG gets to choose who he wants to prosecute, who he doesn't.
Yeah, the one dude they used in the Whitmer kidnapping had like several fucking cases of domestic assault, like serial battery and whatever. And then after the case, he got arrested for beating the shit out of his wife again. Yeah,
again.
Like no, we had it literally too. With like another case was the whole like the Rittenhouse thing was it Gage Grosskreutz? Like that was he got a
Holy
DUI.
shit,
he got
dude.
a DUI on the way to court,
Holy
and they dropped the
shit.
charges.
They're
like
they're prime fucking. Oh my god.
yeah, like he got a DUI. Like it was like it's you could say what you want, but DUIs are one of the few things like that's just still just a scummy thing to do. And he just
a scumbag move, bro.
And he dropped it. But yeah, no. If I were a ghost gun dealer at a gun show, don't put this past their journalists or especially someone like Josh Shapiro. So let's continue on.
This is the beginning of a ghost gun.
This reality.
There he is. There's our boy.
No way.
Pennsylvania.
Talk about a punchable face, bro.
Well, he's also on a Tech 9 that is under the deterrent suspense. Yeah, no, is it
again? Somebody Photoshop a cock in his like a just fat black dildo in his hand.
I
right
believe
now.
he was you beat already on this one like a couple of years ago. I want to say I've seen plenty of like him. There's a lot of he's a running joke. Like he's one of. I want to say he's one of the first ones that kind of was like, I'm going to be the first against ghost guns. And then
this is what I'm going to build my whole career on.
Yeah. And then New Jersey, California, New York, all of them basically decided, well, we can't just sit idly by while they're doing this. We need to see if we can step up our game.
Almost breaking new ground in tyranny. What the fuck?
Yeah. But let's continue on with good old Joshy boy.
A ghost gun.
This reality has led many to call for a change in the law. Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro has tried to classify these ghost gun kits as firearms.
Yeah, notice what they're saying here. We can't get it to pass because it's unpopular. So now we're going to have to pass something unpopular using some really convoluted court system way that we know is going to be really exploitative. Like this is literally what they. You might be seeing a theme. If you're from California, I can assure you probably know exactly where this entire video is heading too. But shocker, or it's great. Let's keep going.
That would force people to pass a background check to get them.
Do you even begin to know how many are out on the streets?
I think it's almost impossible to know at this point. We need
good.
That's the point, actually.
But yeah, no.
Because that's the thing. Like, I feel like it's kind of giving them what they want. But if I would have done that National Geographic thing, I would have like Fed posted to a degree of like, yes, this is exactly why we're doing this. Like, we don't want you to know. And in fact, you're like, oh, felons are getting it. It's like your definition of what a felon is getting really fucking broad.
Well, yeah.
Need I remind you that there's a dude sitting in jail right now because he had a Lego kit of the Capitol in his house. Like,
yeah, no, it's the whole. It's almost like the word white nationalist and far right. It's just like those words mean something, but you're.
It's gotten so bad that literally I know someone who is explicit communist that is accused of being a far right nationalist. I mean, she's black, bisexual, communist, and she is accused of being a fascist. Like,
you're called a Proud Boy neo-Nazi. Just like, can you move your head again, like to the other way? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Rainbow flag.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's
the fact that I have Muslim uncles.
We need to check for crease marks, boys.
Yeah. Can we pull that? Can we move the camera closer? Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, I just essentially what they're basically saying, like, don't let them control everything. Like, no, what we want to do is everyone to own. Like, we want more people to own guns. This is a good thing. Yeah, if you can't.
And that's where they fucked up interviewing me, and they really fucked up by allowing me to add it to the interview of like, it's not just like the white like weird dude that owns guns anymore. Like everybody owns guns. There's a community of trans guns people. There's fucking like Asian gun communities. The black gun ownership has exploded, and they are allergic to mentioning this. They will never fucking bring it up unless there's a gun held to their head, because it's like,
well, they don't want to. They don't ever talk about it. Well, I always find that part, it's really interesting to see how they always go about it too, because they never talk about the NFC too, or what is it?
We don't talk about NFC either.
Well, there's a good reason not to, in all honesty. But hey, they're funny.
As somebody who has met those dudes in person, Jesus Christ,
they are funny to watch. All right, I enjoyed it. The guy explaining his bullpup AR-15 and how negligent discharges. But yeah, no, this right here, like we can watch what JSD said. We could say, Yeah, it's awesome. That's right. Like you could kind of tell that they're trying their best to go the whole route of, and you're based like it's only for criminals and all these other things. And yeah, it's like, like if you are in the think about how many or all the people in the gun community. Think about it right now. Everyone knows if you own a pistol brace at this point, well, you're going to be a felon. They're using if you're a gun owner, you already know the media lies about you, and you understand how all this is basically bullshit. Like if you're a gun owner, you're not watching this. They're basically only doing this for for the nice people in the California, San Francisco. They're nice little journalist buddies, and they just want them to keep them nice and scared and everything. Because this isn't going to convert anyone's opinion. This is solely just if you know anything, you know how retarded this all sounds. Like how stupid this is. Every time you watch this, you just immediately know. Okay, so what they're trying to say is, okay, so he's following all the laws. Okay, great. And you're okay. What are you saying here? Those are ghost guns? Yeah, those aren't. What are the fucking ones? Yeah, we know the the people in California literally count normal guns as ghost guns because, well, might as well at that point. Who's going to correct them? These numbers aren't real. The statistics aren't real. They're just going to say whatever they need to make it look scary. And I'm done preaching. Let's continue on.
Need a national answer.
But there is no sign of legislation passing on Capitol Hill. The Biden administration is, however, working on.
Does see Ukraine flag there?
On Capitol Hill. The Biden.
The fuck it. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going.
The administration is, however.
Someone Photoshop it to be an Azov flag. But okay, let's keep going.
Working on formalizing new regulations to help curb the rise.
A ghost gun should be treated like a regular firearm.
2 weeks later, we returned to Pennsylvania and met up with special agents from the AG's office.
Okay, here we go.
Explain yourself, AG.
What? Yeah, I'm playing myself here. But yeah, to do the whole try thing at this point, yeah, okay. What they're basically saying is if you we want to make sure you do a background check for something that's not considered a firearm. Okay, great. So that means it's a piece of plastic. A piece of plastic is a firearm. Okay, now all pieces of plastic are fire. Yeah, this is at this point I feel like everyone has heard this so many times now. Like it's just, do I need to even repeat this at this point? But
people are asking in the chat. Yes, I was the guy that was on Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I was on Alex Jones. So yes,
yeah.
I'm getting around.
Yeah, he gets around a lot with the media. But let's keep going. Oh wait, JSD, I'm always here for you. What does JSD want on to talk about it? That'd be fun. If they want to go, if they have the full interview too, that'd be great. But hey, let's keep going on though. I mean, let's go see. All right, let's catch the felony. Let's see them do the illegal transfer.
Who agreed to use the kit we purchased from the show and build it into a ghost gun. But we also could have done it ourselves.
If you just go to YouTube, videos, how to, are still all over the internet.
We won't show you all the steps, but for the agents, it just took some drilling.
Dude, his name is literally, he's got a narc
and a
shirt.
bit of hammering.
Bro.
Oh, they're just rubbing it in now. Like, there's something like, yeah, when I see this, just like, oh, god damn it. Like, okay.
And again, for people that didn't know, my good friend John, who's currently in federal prison, he literally just went to Home Depot and got metal bands and was just making auto sears at one point. So there's nothing they can do about this. And he also took like a coat hanger and made a binary trigger out of it.
Let's we need to be a little bit cautious here. We don't need.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, binary, legal. It was a binary trigger. That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, we all know what else you can do with coat hangers, but he's
a bottle opener, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Don't worry. But yeah, no, this is. I just I hope they would. It would be funny for the Vice when they show us how to make the Mom's Demand on this fucking video.
We went to Mom's Demand, asked them what they demand.
Well, moms need some action. Have put out employment.
Oh, we got another super chat. Sorry for the grift. I got to do this real quick. Darkness 343, Magnus. I love the segment you did on Jimmy Dore. It really goes to show how far the MSN is willing to push who is far right. The far right thing. Yeah, it's always funny to see the Jimmy Dore stuff.
Is this the first like? I'm technically not a leftist, but I'm way closer than probably anyone else has been on the show. So
first? Yeah, no, you're definitely.
Based.
Yeah, no, yeah. I gotta fight the far right claims every now and then, right? So it's good, but yeah, it's I always find it.
Someone just posted in the chat. Could you imagine going to Target and buying some metal coat hangers and having to provide ID?
Well, hey, It's the only way. It's the only way to curb gun violence. But yeah, I was
some ID for those Legos.
But asking for ID is racist. Either way, I was gonna say Jimmy Dore is. I saw some it was some journo posted basically a list of far right, and my favorite was they put Tulsi Gabbard and Jimmy Dore in the far right with asterisks next to them, and the asterisks are like, well, okay, you're not really far right, but they basically
they put Russell Brand.
It's like, okay, this is the media will basically they will lie to your face, and they don't care because they can gatekeep what media goes out and what doesn't, and to their audience they will never hear your side. That's the point. But hey, let's keep going on. Just preaching to the choir.
Why does he have a wooden
Just
hammer?
over 1 hour later.
Was it a wooden hammer? Oh shit!
A wooden hammer, bro.
I kind of want one of those.
It's just what they got off of Amazon.
Dude, I want one of those. It's fucking dope. It beats the crappy little plastic one I have. It beats the Chinesium one. I like that. Let's
Hang
keep
on.
going.
We got it's the Fraternal Order of Police, Pennsylvania. So
we're gonna rehash that one.
The last stream that Fraternal Orders of Police is they're not cops, so we don't have to worry about him.
So I can say spicy things about him based.
You want to go about it? All right, before I keep playing, go ahead. You're the guest. As long as you keep it enough for me not to get pulled down.
I'm just saying he looks like some delicious long pork.
RK, you saw the thing that Ivan posted about how I wanted why would someone need a Draco set to shoot federal hogs?
Oh yeah, yeah, I retweeted that. I was like,
I think it was one of my most viral tweets ever. Was like, what do you mean? Why I need an AR-15? What am I gonna do when 15 to 30 federal hogs? And people are like, did you mean feral? And I'm like,
yeah, I haven't had responded with my lawyer said that I meant feral. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then I posted God, what's the taco company that's on the that old ass commercial with the little girl that says "Por qué no los dos?" and then it's just why not both? It's the hard shell and soft tail.
Yeah, it was the boat tacos from Ortega. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, Old El Paso. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that meme, and it's been going strong. But that was a good application of that one.
Yeah, I liked it. I think you said I'm this pro 2A when that is the. I really enjoyed it, and I see JSD actually is telling us right now here. These guys are the guys that are building. The guys that are building are PAAG's gun task force guys.
They definitely look fat enough to be a fucking.
Yeah,
they look fat enough to be fucking gun task force.
I mean, just shocker that the police are the AG's Praetorian Guard. Where have I seen this one before? Nowhere else.
Yeah, just look at how red his hands is. Desperately trying to pump blood to those fucking sausages.
We got gun experts that just Amazon next day ordered some tools to put together a P80.
I know, you look at the table, he's got such an interesting mix of files fresh out the package, tweezers, and a wooden hammer.
The kitchen table behind me with the printers has more shit on it than that.
Yeah, no, my floor has way more random Allen wrenches just laying around. But let's keep going. Let's see how the Fraternal Order of Police does.
Firearm. Just over 1 hour later, ready to go.
Let's critique his grip.
Wow, Vaughn.
Oh, you don't get to talk about this.
I'm shocked
Wow,
by
Vaughn.
so many.
I
things you
shoot
showed
the
us
Israeli way, and if you criticize my shooting form, that is anti-Semitism. Let's continue.
The YouTube
I'll
videos that you mentioned over and over.
Yeah, you're not supposed to because that's right.
We're gonna get a name, aren't we? We're gonna get a name to this journo.
All right,
I think she already said.
Okay, let's. I was talking over.
I heard Vaughn.
Let's hear how he portrayed his summary of what we just watched, guys.
Wow.
Wow.
You're here with me in the studio. I'm shocked by so many things you showed us there. The YouTube videos that you mentioned over and over again. One of the people said to you, "There's tons and tons." The guy in the gun show said, "Tons and tons of videos." Why is YouTube not doing something? They've said that they...
Oh boy! Who would have ever seen this happening? Oh my goodness!
Why isn't YouTube doing something?
Why hasn't the private arm of the government done something about this?
Wait a second. Wait a minute. NBC's Is Ralph still here? Is Ralph still here? Actually, isn't
No,
this
YouTube
exactly?
pulled him. They deleted his entire account, and he's not allowed to comment anymore. He got an
Wait.
IP ban.
Wait, seriously? Because I know Ralph got 2 strikes. Oh, okay.
Well,
no, Ralph
maybe,
was,
I don't know.
No, Ralph got. Shockingly enough, I was going to also mention this too. Tech Guns is also in the chat too. Essentially, yeah, I'll show his channel afterwards because I think what YouTube did is really scummy, and they did it to P80 Ralph also. But they're really going after the whole. If you touch anything, so if you're building a slide, it's not a gun, it's not a firearm, but you're building a firearm accessory. And this is here's a YouTuber little trick for all of you guys if you want a little fun. This is what you have to do for Twitch also. You say, I'm showing you how to clean a gun for safety purposes, or you just basically just make up something different this is a wind. Let me show you how to assemble my wind chime. There's a reason why MAF does the things the way they do. But this is if you are after this whole thing, because you can already let's get what she said actually.
The Gun Show said tons and tons of videos. Why is YouTube not doing something?
What do you expect her to do? What does she mean by YouTube? And what a shocker. Now YouTube is right now just attacking a bunch of channels that are showing people how to build things.
Imagine my shock.
Yeah, imagine my shock. Who would have ever guessed this gonna happen? NBC, we just wanted to get our story out there. But this is what happens. Although I will say they're gonna write the hit piece anyways. So I mean, that's it's one of those things. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But hey, it's this is exactly what you should be expecting now. I mean, I'm wondering how much longer my channel will be. Well, actually, with Magnus here, who knows? Maybe I'll finally get those prying eyes that are not supposed to be here. But hey, this is. They know what you're doing. They know what we're doing, and they don't like it. And their immediate response is, "Well, we can't get it banned. It's not illegal. Well, why can't we get rid of it anyways?" And this is how it's always going to keep going. I'm preaching to the choir. I feel like at this point, but I feel like you would think it doesn't need to be said more often. But hey, let's keep going. Let's hear the summary.
They've said that they would try to pull some of those videos down.
They're still up. This has been a persisting problem. Now, we filmed some of this a couple weeks ago, and of the
Got them,
3
man.
videos that we actually used in this piece, one of them had been removed by
Report
YouTube.
back on what you find,
but 2
sir.
others were not removed until today when we flagged them to YouTube. Now,
Oh, okay. All right. No, we needed more evidence from that. That's great. Yeah, they literally said, yeah, we had to flag it. But now that you guys have it, there you go. What was his name again? Was it Vince something?
Von Hilliard. No pronouns, unfortunately, but his Instagram is leaked.
Well, wait a second. So wait.
Arizonian.
NBC emailed Instagram the morning after this aired and got us deleted. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I got
NBC Ralph.
I got a follow from the new JSD account. And I was just like, is this one of the scam accounts or what's going on here? And then they sent me a message. I was like, oh, okay. So
yeah,
like this is the real JSD account.
I always feel bad. There's like 10 different control pews, and it's like they really like to try to get you to think that they're control pews. That's how I know it's not control pews. Yeah.
Well, Instagram doesn't give a shit about it, so they're just like, yeah, the more fake accounts, the more these disgusting people get scammed out of their money. So you get people trying to get you with the ammo scams and stuff like that.
But yeah, I just want this to be known. I mean, for anyone that wants to talk to NBC again. Look, I know how easy it might be. Even for me, it's a good way to get promotion because I'll be on national television. However, this is exactly why they want you to be on national television. They want to ban your account. They're bringing attention to you to remove you, not to help you. You aren't Trump. I mean, Trump still got banned off of everything too, so even that doesn't save you.
Yeah, if you're running a business, don't talk to these people. I can get away with it because they've already taken everything from me. But if you have something they could take from you, don't talk to these fucking people.
So this is something I like to say too. This is something about the whole anonymity thing is once they're going after once they're writing a hit piece after you, you really only have a couple options left, and that's to become an activist because you're going to have to be spending your entire time cleaning your name anyways, and no one's going to want to touch you because the moment they do a background check, they're going to see all these articles show up as insert everything bad possible about you. So it might seem like a good idea. It might seem like a good way to get my name out there. Know what you're getting yourself into. The only the other one too for smaller YouTubers, anyone else that's like me, The Wall Street Journal is the Grim Reaper, the mark of death. Any channel that gets a Wall Street Journal that's not named PewDiePie will get banned, and no one will say anything about it. There are several times that will happen.
They've somehow got a hold of my grandmother's fucking phone number and called her and harassed her.
This is
Wall Street Journal. So like
this does not shock me in the slightest. Like I just really want this to be. I really want. I don't like beating this too much, but I feel like it needs to be said: is journalists are not your friend.
No.
They do not like you. They hate you, and they want to go after you. Like they despise you, and they despise the fact that they can't get rid of you through every other means, so they have to resort to this.
Yeah, like unless you're like a person like me or Cody Wilson or somebody they've already actively ruined your life in every way that they possibly can, do not consider it an opportunity to talk to these people. It will cost you more than anything you've ever fucking imagined, and in ways you never even thought. Like, you'll have issues in your life that you never thought would be connected with this.
I see JSD in the chat said
let me pull it up. Let me see.
So we have to bring our voice into the conversation.
No,
these people have no interest in a conversation. Like, so, that's not what is happening.
And I understand that. I kind of hinted at that too. They're going to make the article anyways. They're going to make the hit piece after you anyways. So I guess
that's what you send somebody like me. You send somebody like Cody Wilson where they can't hurt you.
Like they're
yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying there, but you can easily get your voice out there. The thing is, you don't have to use NBC though. Like the whole purpose of this is, people that are watching NBC, this is not your audience. This is, we're hate watching it. Like the NBC viewing audience is not the JSD audience, not by
it's not even the fact that they don't overlap. It's just that the NBC audience is minuscule compared to like some streamers and podcast hosts and stuff like that, where the people that actually matter. So like you can actually have a conversation with some of those people. Whereas if you talk to a mainstream outlet like NBC or the Washington Post or
Washington Post,
right? And you
Wall Street Journal, that's the other one.
And you can go outside of like the usual circle jerk and talk to other people that have bigger platforms as well.
Jimmy Dore.
You talk to Jimmy Dore. Talk to some of these.
Not even that.
You'd be better off talking to fucking Vosh than you would be talking to MSNBC. I
was going to say, Vosh even owns a gun, so you're probably better off. Like, see, there's a thing too. Is like, you don't even have to. Like, this is what I've kind of modeled my channel too. Is you don't even have to go the route of like going to like some sort of like political or gun community. You can just go to like just random communities altogether, like the gaming community, the anime community. Just basically those are people that just have never heard about you, and this is a good audience. Some of them might hear this and think, oh, that's kind of cool, I want to give it a shot. It's kind of where I came from too, to be honest. It's just, you don't need to appeal to, or you don't have to talk to people that hate you. There's your time could be better spent speaking to people who just don't know who you are, and then you can get ahead of this story, and you'll have more people on your side then. Like,
right, and again, like JSD, fucking, I know people who work for Tim Pool, so I would much rather you hit me up and me try to get you on Tim Pool than talk to these fucking scumbags.
No, I would say for Control Pew, that was a huge thing too when he got on that. That was amazing. A lot of people got brought in from that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Again, like the Boog whole conversation around the Boog blew up the moment fucking that Phoenix Ammunition went on there in a Hawaiian shirt with a pair of nods.
Yeah, that's funny. I saw them. Yeah, the Phoenix Ammunition guys are cool. I like.
They got Boog flags in the fucking building. It's great.
But like, awesome. So like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is traditional. Well, yes, I guess, back, NBC did have a lot of sway, but like, it's not, things aren't the way they used to be. I don't think I don't know really anyone in my gun store or anyone that goes to my range that would tell you, oh yeah, I listen to NBC especially when they talk about guns and stuff. Like, this is the audience that already hate, like, these are the activist audience that already hates you.
Right, and like, You want to talk about like guerrilla stuff and getting your voice out. I talk about this all the time, and I even brought this up to like Brandon Herrera and everything in person, of like the guerrilla activism is way more effective. I think the single-handed like biggest single big dick move that probably did more for the gun community was Maj Touré literally going down to George Floyd Square and giving like free firearm safety lessons for like 5 days straight by himself. Like he just wandered down there and he's like, yo, I'm gonna teach these people how to do a gun. You don't know how many people probably like radically change their worldview just from having somebody like Maj Touré like roll into a place like that. And it's just little examples like that of what I call like guerrilla activism, guerrilla 2A stuff. That's going to do way more than talking to some shitlib Corbo that's going to lie and try to make you look awful.
I mean, JSD gave the right answers. Like those are I don't think I would have done the interview really any differently from that.
Yeah, perfect.
Like in all honesty, you gave the right answers. You didn't do the whole, well, I'm okay to listen to give away some like, I'll listen to your, I'll change some things. Maybe we should allow some background checks on our site. No, yeah, like don't appeal to like they want your business already destroyed. So I'm glad you don't do it. Like I'm not attacking on you guys too much because I respect,
right, yeah.
You guys
it's just understand what you're getting. Like you're putting yourself in the hot seat. You will never get out of the hot seat. You will be the first person they will contact. You'll be the first person they will smear until they find someone else to fucking try to ruin their life.
But my fear is more or less so this is what I'm assuming is going to be happening next, if anything. If the ATF can't do if they can't get everything the way they want, I'm expecting Visa and MasterCard and all of those other payment processors. They're good. I think that's going to be coming next. I think Brownells, because I think the Biden admin wanted to change it so you basically can't order any gun parts online. Essentially, those are all basically registered, which that would destroy so many places. And like, if they can't get that, well, they're just going to go. Do you think MasterCard likes you? God, no. Do you think PayPal? No, PayPal already banned me the moment I tried starting one tied to this account. Like,
yeah. I haven't been yeeted off of PayPal, but I don't use it for business stuff. So,
don't worry, they'll get rid of it. I never used my Cash App for anything besides like fucking sending people random money, and they banned it. So,
but like
they banned my Etsy for selling Warhammer figurines just because it was connected to me.
Unfathomably base. I like that. But it's one of those things where, like, look, they're already basically trying to get all the channels banned off of YouTube because to them it's literally a whack-a-mole game to them. They don't understand how we're doing this thing called complying on YouTube and following the terms of service. So they have to change it because they don't like the fact that there is an audience for this. There are people that care.
There's no better example of why like Rob Pincus's fucking entire ideology and argument is wrong of the fact with the binary triggers and everything like that, to where you had a team of lawyers and engineers sit down and be like, okay, this is perfectly legal. And the ATF be like, this is perfectly legal, until it got popular. And then they're like, actually, no, we're just going to change the law.
I mean, we don't need, I'm not going to be jumping in the Pincus bashing today, but I don't leash my hosts or guests. But no, I mean, one of the things I will say is, because I know for Jeff Rodriguez, I love Jeff, but he only does crypto on his site, and he does have a good point of, I think he understands to some extent too. Yeah, the day is going to come. Pieces, if they're more than willing to do it. I just don't think if there's enough pressure to them, I think they will.
And honestly, like, from an accelerationist standpoint, like myself, I honestly hope they do, because nothing will radicalize more normies than the fact that they try to go and buy a gun and their MasterCard doesn't work. And they'll be like,
It's not that it doesn't work for the gun purchase. It's that their MasterCard never works again after they try to buy a gun with it.
I mean, look what they did to truckers in Canada, for God's sakes. Like, you literally don't like.
And again, that's what it took. Like, super socialistic Russell Brand to suddenly become mega based, was like, oh, they're shutting off people's ability to buy food. Like, because they showed up to a protest.
Like I mean, let's be honest too. Look how they always say, why do you need it? Like, oh no, you need to get your permission. Everything should be not may issue. Why? Or I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, from may issue states. Why do you need a gun? Actually, why can't you just use the police? You don't need a gun. Wanting a gun. I think in the UK, they basically said wanting to own a gun is enough of a disqualifier to not allow you to own a gun. And already UK of all places do.
And again, I bring this up all the time. You want to have a fun Google rabbit hole? Just pick any European country and then put 3D printed firearms of it. You will find articles upon articles upon articles of like the police having no idea what the fuck to do because they don't have a culture of dealing with firearms over in Europe because there's effectively been very little for the last like 50, 60 years. And now there's 3D printed guns everywhere. And they're like, what do we do?
Like the videos of like people in Australia having their house barged into by cops that are not in any kind of advantageous position. Like they just come in like there's no possibility of a gun being in there. Like, oh man, they really don't know what they're up against here.
Yeah. Although I will say this too, this is the worst. This is going to be the scariest thing too, and this is the scariest part of all of it for JSD and pretty much all of us is wait till Cloudflare, wait till all of the DNS servers then decide to step in, because at that point it doesn't matter you have a website and everything. If no one can go to your website, it doesn't matter what your business is.
Yeah, that's what happened with my t-shirt store. My web host took me down. It was like,
good luck. Build your own internet. Build your own bank. Build your own internet.
Well, you can talk to Jay and to Johnny about building your own internet. I think he's his own rogue internet service provider. So
that's what Duncan Lemp was working on before Maryland police killed him. This is a whole nother conspiracy.
Oh
there.
shit!
Oh god, Johnny. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep playing.
One of them had been removed by YouTube, but 2 others were not removed until today when we flagged them to YouTube. Now,
his face, dude. His face.
I just want to punch him.
He's so happy. He's like, YouTube took down.
You're like, look what I did. Aren't you so proud of me? Oh my goodness, guys. Did I do a good thing? Such a wonderful person. Let's keep going.
YouTube spokesman tells us, quote, our firearms policy prohibits content intended to instruct viewers on how to make firearms, including ghost guns. They say they are working on the technology to better detect and then take down these videos.
Oh man, that's gonna be a dumpster fire.
Hey guys, here's a little trick. Put some CS:GO footage and call it gaming. And apparently YouTube doesn't understand.
Dude, I could already imagine, like, because there's a giant Nerf gun community on YouTube, the absolute holocaust that would go through the Nerf gun.
Not even that.
If you put this,
it's going to be like auto repair videos are just going to start getting deleted, and it's going to be more accelerationism of just like Friendly Joe working on his Fiat, and then his videos get deleted for assault weapon manufacturing.
Yeah,
and
it's like
he's just going to get pulled into the fold.
Instead of going and buying a new muffler, here's how you can manufacture a quick, easy repair. Banned for firearm manufacturing.
Yeah,
I mean, well, there's the dude who got the mechanic who got arrested for getting a fuel filter. Like I remember that was a thing that happened. The ATF raided some mechanic because he got some fuel filter. Like he's an actual mechanic.
That.
Yeah,
I think Dianexus also had an experience with that, where like some place that he worked, they bought a bunch of oil filters or fuel filters. And they got a little visit. If he's still in the chat, he might be able to chime in on that in a few seconds.
That's what happened to my buddies in Minneapolis when they got approached by the FBI posing as an agent of Hamas, and they just told them to buy a bunch of fuel filters and got arrested for trying to sell them firearms parts.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I mean, I didn't really fully read up the lore on that one, but it sounded more of like, yeah, whatever. Like it's like I have a feeling I know how this went, but it's really funny how they just wanted, the entire city was burning, but it was the 2 boot guys that showed up at like the last second. I guess one of them shot into the police precinct. That was
that was a whole different thing. This was 2 other guys that
an
FBI agent posed as a member of Hamas and was offering to give them a bunch of money, and they're like, sure, fuck Israel, and they were like, all right, here, this is what you do. You go to wish.com and you buy some fuel filters. And they got arrested and charged for federal distribution of firearms parts to a terrorist organization where there was never a terrorist organization involved. It was just an FBI agent.
We stand with Israel here in this place. But I was going to at least say, so just know, they don't like, or they've done this before with the adpocalypse thing. You used to be able to make a lot of money on YouTube, in fact, until, a couple of journalists get their feelings hurt, and then everyone suffers. And then usually that just pisses off every single major channel to the point of everyone just getting really, really upset at each other. And if YouTube is, at this point, they literally, you are complying with their rules. You are complying. That is what's happening, and they don't know how to do it.
Fucking Diane, bro.
Yeah. Yes, I got a visit for fuck Napa Auto Parts.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make
Napa sold them out.
I'm just gonna make a pro like one of my. I'm gonna put it on my T-shirt sword and everything. Just your profile picture on Twitter with a bar over the eyes that just says "fuck Napa Auto Parts."
It just doesn't make any sense to anyone.
No one will understand.
Oh no, people watching the stream will understand. But let us continue to we can finish this so we can do our little thoughts and then go to the Vice Autoseer one.
I have no
There's been some
thoughts.
talk,
Only
as
the
I
approved
understand
ones.
it, there's been some talk that the Biden administration might change some of the rules that the ATF follows regarding these guns. Is that happening?
This is the big development that we should expect to see here in the months ahead. And a lot of folks who are looking for better gun regulations around the ghost guns are
Who's asking for that? Who is asking for that?
The moms that demand girth and attention.
Like, I'm trying to think of it's just
A shocking and increasingly minority people.
But one that gets a lot of funding, believe it or not. It's always really funny to see how much money they throw in Texas. It's just literally Bloomberg spends more money than the NRA does in Texas, which is shocking to no one that knows anything, but shocking to most people that don't. But let me continue on.
Eager for this to come to fruition here. The Trump administration didn't do it, but the Biden administration has proposed a rule which would essentially classify these kits as firearms before they're ever instructed. The rule says that a firearm would, quote, include a weapon parts kit that is designed to expel a projectile by the action of an explosive. Now, the big question is, when this rule were to go in effect, how would it impact the ghost gun?
Wait.
That is the most vague.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking definition.
Fuck.
Don't ram sets use fucking explosives?
Okay. Wait. Let me hear this again. Let's get this right.
These kits is firearms before they're ever instructed. The rule says that a firearm would, quote, include a weapon parts kit that is designed to expel a projectile by the action of an explosive. Now, the big question
he just
is,
left off the rest of the definition.
Designed to. So, what if JSD decides to become now a wind chime manufacturer? It's designed to be a nice wind chime machine.
And again, like Cody Wilson, shout out, base motherfucker, cut them out underneath this immediately to where when they announced this thing, they were like, okay, well, we're building a device that can just take a block of aluminum and turn it into a gun. You're gonna start regulating a block of aluminum as a gun. And I think maybe Cody is naive, but not. Oh, someone just brought up a great point. Airbags would be classified as a firearm.
Yep.
Oh man, my car's loaded with them.
I mean, like, it's just that oh my god, that definition is just. This is going to be the definition. Oh god, does anyone have their magical or ATF magical 8-ball? This would be a great time for it. Okay. All right. Well, you could go pull that out. It's just this is great. Like, that is the most vague definition. If I believe correctly, it's tomorrow that they're supposed to be making a announcement, right? The ATF.
What's that?
The ATF will be making an announcement tomorrow about ghost guns, or essentially the 80% kits or something.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh super!
And then literally we'll just put it to a 79%.
Why are they announcing it on a Friday?
Well, so no one pays attention.
Oh, yeah, it's always on the weekend.
I guess so.
That's the purpose of it.
Everyone knows their fucking weekend.
But let's go here.
I got the MAF 8-ball.
Oh,
I thought you wanted to ask it a question.
Oh yeah, let's ask it. No, let's ask it. Yeah, is an airbag or a firearm?
All right, is the airbag a firearm?
Wait, is tomorrow April Fool's Day? No shit.
It sure is April Fool.
The ATF says you're getting raided.
Oh well, sounds about right. All right. Well,
you suddenly own one less K9.
All right, I'm going to keep this off to the side just in case we have to ask the ATF a question.
I regret not doing that earlier. That's a shame. But okay, buy your MAF or ATF magical 8-ball today.
Yeah, it's correct just as often as the ATF is.
I mean, you're getting a better legal opinion from that than probably most of everyone else. So
yeah, I think MAF actually says that this is a actual correspondence with the ATF, and this is legal advice.
ATF Fool's Day.
I will give me one of those. I will submit them one of those in my inevitable court case.
Sir, it said it wasn't it said it wasn't sure. All right. Well, let's continue on.
shaking this thing up on the
when this
stand.
rule were to go in effect, how would it impact the ghost gun industry? We did reach out to the manufacturer of that kit that we bought, but have not heard back at this hour, Kate.
Oh, good job, JSD. All right, you didn't talk to them.
Smart.
Good job. Yeah, they're asking, hey, so how can we? So you're going to probably could try to keep selling things. How are you going to do that when the new? How are you going to try to bypass the new laws that we're trying to pass?
Right, because that was like that whole pink, the original Vice one. Before we go to the next one, of like, what's the first thing that journalist did? Literally, straight to the ATF. So it's not even like Google and YouTube and like the corpos they're snitching to. They're literally going to the federal law enforcement and snitching you out.
And
it's like
I still
you might as well talk to like your like fucking mom's demand neighbor with
like
these people. Like,
I'm not sure if JSD is still here because if that's the reason why they didn't respond to them, you didn't have to like it's. Did you expect us to go anywhere else from the beginning? Like this is like I mean, again, you gave the right answers for us that are hate watching this. Of course, yeah, we immediately respond to everything you said. Yeah, base, good job. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, this is what they were. This entire piece was literally how do we destroy this business?
Yes, and we're not even going to let them post their name.
We aren't even going to give them the credit that they would want. We are literally just going to be attacking them. The only thing that's the idea of bad press is still what is it? Bad press is better than no press, right? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, I think that's the pinkest philosophy.
Well, yeah, no, it's like for that works. It works if you're running for like public office, if you're trying to be an activist, because you're getting your name out there. That's right. However, again, just to some extent, if you don't want to be basically constantly being an activist every single day, having fighting every single hit piece every day, because these people they don't care about you. They just want you to be destroyed because if they view you as a threat, they will make a hit piece about you, and they try to go as early on as possible to not allow people to grow. That's you'd be shocked. Want to finish it up?
Wrap up our NBC.
Let's just continue it off.
So everything you just said basically means it's considered more of a firearm.
Correct, more of a firearm, which again, just only 10 states have actually passed legislation to that effect here at this point.
Vaughn, fascinating. Thank you for providing that. Thank you for bringing us that story.
All right.
Well, Spookware still shit.
Thanks for watching our YouTube
channel. Oh no, God, not him.
Yeah. Stop criminalizing firearms by their mere existence. So you bought a kit, gave this kit to someone else to build, and they gave it back to you. Shouldn't have this gone through an FFL? Someone broke.
As long as you're present for it. Well, shit, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, that's not.
This is hilarious.
Someone else is building a gun for you, straight to jail.
Yeah, no. Look at the replies to all this. Leave us alone. No one's on their side. I mean,
well, you're also logged into YouTube, so.
Good point. So.
Everyone agrees with me. Gosh.
Oh God. Oh wait, is Spooky still here? Oh God. Why did I not download the dis?
I'm here.
What's the dislikes on this video?
Oh shit. Wait, hold on. What's it called? How easy is it to build a ghost gun?
Valuable information.
Yeah. How easy is it to build a ghost gun? Yeah. We need to see the dislikes on this one. I see 303 likes.
394.
394. Guys, we got to pump those numbers up.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to do that.
But all right, did we expect this to go any other way? Not really, but yeah. Whoever purchased this legal firearm is now a felon for letting someone else build it for them. Yeah, no, I mean,
again, biggest dick move ever if FPC sued them.
I mean, it'd be funny. But all right, while I go load it up, does anyone have anything to say about this? I'll let you. I mean, I feel like I've said so much already about this point, but. Who wants to go?
Don't talk to journalists. We all need to learn our lesson, and I think JSD might have learned a few in this. Don't talk to journalists.
Yeah, and
especially the ones that hate you.
Don't give them information that they don't need. You could say, yeah, you could build these easily. How are people building them? Oh, just easily. Don't be like, yeah, there's tons of YouTube videos. It's ugh.
Oh God, oh my God. Oh God!
Don't snitch on yourself for no gain.
My StreamYard. It's oh God! Am I gonna have to leave this?
What?
How did you break this?
My screen is flashing. Yeah, I turned off the screen share, and now my screen's flashing black and white. I think
you're actively being targeted by the NSA.
Oh God. Okay.
This is what you get for having me on.
Yeah, it's your CIA activation fucking code.
Damn it, Magnus, it's your fault. All right. Wait.
Fucking numbers are gonna start flashing. You're gonna start speaking in Russian.
Okay. Let me think. How can I do this? If did it stop? Okay, it stopped. Okay, it stopped. Okay, thank God. All right, we're good. We're good. All right. I blame Magnus for here.
It's probably my fault. I'll take that.
We got some F's in the chat already.
No. We're here. We're still here.
You're actively being DDoSed by the fucking federal government as we speak.
We're still here. All right. It's not not F's yet. Okay.
It's the NBC task force. They're coming in.
Okay.
Even though there was an NBC thing.
I want to know how long this Vice video is. Seeming we took almost 2 hours to get through a 6-minute video.
Oh God, no!
It feels like EFAP.
What just happened?
Analyze every frame.
No. Oh no! What is going on?
Warning.
Okay.
Already great start to this video. Just big.
Do I got to tell you where your cursor is, or like how bad does it look on your end?
I think it's loading now. What is my?
Just press space bar. Just press space bar.
Okay, yeah, something is silly. God damn it! I'm gonna have to send in this motherboard for an RMA.
You're about to have Quantico pizza outside your house.
I'm knock knock. I hear something. No, stop, guys. No. We don't need to do that. But okay. All right. My favorite part about this, I already know how this one's gonna go, but they call the smallest machine gun a Glock 17, and it makes me chuckle. But
oh Lord.
All right,
we're gonna learn some new words for what we're calling switches. I learned earlier that they were called Nintendos, which is fun.
Okay, I want
to learn some more terminology from the trigger pullers.
The Nintendo.
Bro, we about to go Mario World on these motherfuckers.
Give my Nintendo's. Oh, that is awesome. I like that. All right.
In my expert opinion.
What? All right. What other words? Or what do we think we're going to be hearing here? Do we think we're going to see a lot of Chicago? I'm assuming we're going to see Chicago mostly.
Chicago and Detroit, because there's that big thing, and there's actually like a nationwide news story about my home state and my home city. So,
congratulations! The video of the cops getting blasted through the door by that auto sear Glock.
Yeah, the one's a baby.
You mute your mics, you two. You mute your mics, Mr. Killdozer flag and or igloo flag.
No, that's a friendly Killdozer.
I'm just saying 212-12. That's YouTube safe.
I'm gonna press play.
Video contains graphic content. Oh shit.
Isn't the journo in this the same one from the first Vice doc?
I think so. It's always just a picture of woods.
All right, so this right here is what we're here for today. This is your smallest machine gun.
This is the size of like a thumbtack, more.
They're smaller machine guns.
Bro,
Yeah,
homie,
man's
why you
never gonna see
snitching,
the
bro?
shoelace on his shoe.
Yeah, no. Do we need zip ties are smaller than that? But okay, all right. This is the smallest machine gun apparently. Hopefully, let's see if they teach us how to do it.
A big thumbtack. And this is a machine gun.
It is, isn't it?
Keegan.
Let's get some ears on.
Jay Jenkins is a U.S. military veteran who got into the gun business.
He took what?
Third place in his division in the first Makers match.
How?
Dude, he's a competitive. Well,
why you snitching, bro?
No, that's more of a you're insulting everyone else that was at the Makers match. Dear God, guys, how did you let that happen? You let a journo get on the. Oh God,
it is kind of funny.
It might have been the journalist division, though. You know, to be fair.
Did we have a game? We have a journalist.
The Cuphead division.
Oh God, I love that video with a passion. Okay, all right, guys, let's go. Let's continue on.
Business after leaving the service. He helps educate people about federal firearms licenses, including a special type required to have this, a tiny device called an auto sear. It can transform an ordinary Glock pistol into a machine gun.
All right, so we got the Glock 17.
And this is regular semi-automatic Glock.
Absolutely. We have a 50-round drum. We're not going to shoot all 50. We're ready to go.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the switch on. You want to know how long it takes for me to actually
I don't think he hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's steel.
Also, bro, why? Okay, how did he get his target out there for one? And why are you dumping brass into a creek? You're making my inner Ted Kaczynski very upset. He's very not environmentally cool.
You're telling me the SOT they found for the Vice Journo isn't really? You know what? I'll continue on. Let's just I shouldn't ask rhetorical questions.
Put it on.
So converting this regular semi-automatic Glock into a fully automatic
At least
machine
they're
gun
learning
Glock
some of the
by slipping in these parts.
terminology a little bit.
Yeah, no, fully semi-automatic, fully automatic. I'm wondering.
Yeah, at least those days are gone.
Are we gonna get some fun? What journalisms are we gonna get here?
So that was like 90 seconds, and you made a machine gun.
Let's see how she shoots.
Holy cow!
Yeah, we're out.
How many bullets was that?
We shot about 10 before, so that was probably about 40 rounds.
Like that.
Like that. Gone. Done.
Oh, this is gonna be fun to watch. Oh,
man, just seeing like what this thing is.
I wanted that to be zoomed out. I wanted to see him
Also,
actually.
Check the chat right now from Jeff Jeffersoni.
What did someone say? Let me read it. Homeless man invades house, kills YouTuber, runs into woods, and dies mysteriously. FBI says security. Oh my god! Do not have information that leads to the Clintons' arrest. Now let's continue on.
Yeah, Octo, this guy is not part of NFAC. He didn't accidentally shoot the vice journalist.
I wanted to see something though, because it looked like he almost muzzle flashed the camera, which is great. He almost hit a journo.
4, so that was probably about 40 rounds.
Wait, let me go back a little bit. Maybe right here. Right after he finishes.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, there. And
how many bullets was that?
We shot about 10 before, so that was probably about 40 rounds.
Like that.
Like that. Gone. Done.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care. You know, I want to see his face.
That's how you hold a pistol. The journo held it better than you did.
And I want to say, if you have Gucci ballistic glasses, I immediately trust your opinion less on everything and think you're a cuck.
I agree with that.
Out there.
I don't believe anything he has to say, so I'm going to continue on.
This thing is capable of just now, like the idea of someone wielding that against another person is absolutely terrifying.
In the wrong hands is bad.
Really? I mean, yeah, you know, is it though?
That's why they don't issue them to police officers.
I mean, they're
define wrong hands.
That's why we sell them on Wish.com.
Yeah, it's just shooting full auto. Go ahead. Oh,
define wrong hands. That's all I want to know.
I mean, shooting full auto is fun. Like it's one of those things where, you know, when I started off everything, not knowing any better, I was like, I guess no one really needs full auto. Shooting full auto is like, yeah, it's actually not that bad.
But it is functionally useless in a combat situation. Right. You could always just go all the way back to the LA bank robberies, the North Hollywood bank robberies, to where you had two dudes, full auto drum mag AKs for like 15 minutes straight, just mag dumping. Nobody died.
Someone says, what about wrong feet? Well, that's a good point. We don't know.
The license that Jenkins and others need to own auto sears requires an extensive background check and can cost over $1,000. But not everyone is willing to go through all that.
Wait.
Block switches, as these auto sears are called on the street, are turning up in all types of crimes.
That is gunfire from what appears to be an automatic weapon.
In everything from deadly
Was that 2020?
shooters with auto
Wait.
types of crimes.
Also, I wanted to just notice, did anyone notice that this was a Desert Eagle? This was a Desert Eagle.
Do you have a switch?
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
that's the
Eagle?
full auto Desert Eagle.
That's a fucking Desert Eagle.
Bro, that guy got a wrist of God.
God, all right.
You let Keegan shoot the full auto Desert Eagle? Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
They probably didn't use that footage because it looked horribly dangerous.
I bet he... It's a good point, but...
I've seen videos of that thing shooting. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm assuming there's a reason why they have to have a fork.
A fucking handheld Ma Deuce, dude. Like, what the fuck?
It can cost over $1,000. But not everyone is willing to go through all that. Block
Also,
switches, as these auto sears are
I'm
called on the
correcting
street,
my opinions on this dude for
Turning
talking
up
to this
in-
journalist that he was literally like, dude, let's give him the full auto deagle, this tiny fucking vice reporter.
He is pretty small.
That would have been really... I kind of wanted to see him shoot that. And that's
He was in our group at the First Makers. He was in my squad.
It could be 357. That could be true.
Oh no, it's 50.
All types of crime.
Oh, it's a 50 AE. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a big boy one. All right.
Yeah, it's a Madus in your hand.
Well, that is gunfire from what appears to be an automatic weapon.
In everything from deadly shootings,
Shooters with automatic weapons opening fire.
to use by anti-government extremists.
Hey!
Look at that
Look at
headline. It's
that.
got all of them. It's got everything. FBI, Boogaloo, extremists, 3D printed machine gun parts. Andy
Gang,
Greenberg.
And I know that guy that got arrested. That's my homie.
And it has the Berg. Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. It's just everything in one. It's just great.
Disavow.
We love Israel here. My favorite gun is Jewish. So
I'm
okay.
donating money to
Records
Israel.
allege
I frankly think we don't give Israel enough money. But would you look at that literally with its this is Vice after all.
I'm print screening this right now.
The portable wall hanger, Boogaloo. Yeah. Like it's one of those words that I just expect every single time, no matter what in the community. Like, you know what? It's synonymous at this point. But okay, let's keep going.
Watson sold to people associated with the Boogaloo movement.
The agent pulled up next to Chen and through his car window bought something called a Glock auto sear.
An investigation by Vice News and the nonprofit newsroom The Trace found
Oh, fuck the Trace. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The nonprofit because it's directly funded by the federal government.
It's literally Bloomberg. Oh my God. Like, did I tell you about when they like infiltrated Keybase too? Like they were.
That's what got all the fucking gun shit banned off of Keybase was those motherfuckers. I remember that. I'm so glad someone else knew that would happen because I get in debates with people all the time like, bro, use Keybase, it's secure, and I'm like,
well, so that was the thing was they were. I mean, I'll give them credit. They let all the printed gun people basically like, all right, you like. They basically gave everyone a heads up, like, yeah,
we're gonna ban you.
Like,
yeah, at least we got that.
They at least gave everyone a week to move everything over. But yeah, that was Keybase. From what I remember, they were basically bought by Zoom. They were supposed to be some sort of secure thing, and then they got bought by Zoom, and then everyone pretty much said hey, do we really trust Zoom? And you know, it was all okay until what everyone said was going to happen happened. But I believe you're talking about AG leaks too. Not related, but yeah, he's the one that basically I know is. I think he was the one that was sounding the alarm about the Trace guys, like really early on too. Like, don't anyone that talks to you that's a journalist, don't do it because there are people in the Trace.
I think he was tasked with like weeding those people out of the Keybase and sniffing them out.
Because they go in like if you this is what they do. This is how underhanded they are. Like they just need that. They just need that little. They need a little clip. They need that little bit that they can show as a scary thing and associate it with you, because that's what they want.
Because we were like a secondhand casualty of that when Control Pew got fucking taken down in Keybase. All the Boog shit got deleted off of Keybase too, just because there was some overlap.
Yeah, nope. That's just that's the Trace.
And that auto sears have become alarmingly common.
So as you can see, we have drug trafficking, we have extremism, we have actual shootings on here.
Alon Stevens and his team created the first national database of federal prosecutions involving auto sears. They identified more than 260 cases since 2017, which most commonly involved drug trafficking and weapons trafficking. Also on the rise were cases involving homemade firearms, gangs and cartels, and extremism.
So let's
the number of devices.
7 cases. 7 cases in a fucking country with several billion people living in it.
And from 2017.
Just appreciate how few that is. Like, what was it, 200 and something cases?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I think more people,
like tens of thousands of those things have made it into the U.S.
I think more people have had their asshole sucked out by hot tubs than have died due to extremist cases of homemade firearms.
I mean, like, yeah, look at these numbers. And it was 2000. It's from 2017. Let that also sink in too. But homemade firearms 39. That's interesting. But let's keep going on.
Extremism. The number of devices recovered in federal cases went from 12 in 2017 to 203 last year.
Oh.
Where do we think these auto sears are coming from?
When I talk to law enforcement
China.
sources, they're saying that, the first wave they believe came from China. But we're also seeing a lot of homemade ones, people just machine shopping these and installing these at home, because again, they're a very simple mechanism once you understand how they function and work. And you can also 3D print them as well, and we've seen that.
Yeah.
This guy, at least, I mean, like, fuck him, but at least he seems kind of know what the hell he's talking about.
Well, it's because, yeah, they're infiltrators. That's what they are. You would hope they would. But yeah, no, that's one thing too. Yeah, they mentioned the Chinese one and the 3D printed one, because these are not hard mechanisms to do. But like for a while ago, these things no one knew anything about them. It's kind of weird seeing how
you say that, but
well, yeah, only not many people did.
Okay, not your average person.
What
knew
the Yankee
Glock auto sear was.
The Yankee Boogaloo fucking video from Control Pew has like 1 million or something views.
That was one of the videos that got me into 3D printing. I was like, holy shit, that's really cool.
Yep.
I mean, I also like it. The Chinese have done more to fight for your rights than the NRA has ever done. Let that sink in. But let's continue on.
Take that, neocons.
Normally, when a Glock pistol fires, this trigger bar deploys for a split second to ensure 1 round is fired per pull of the trigger. When the auto sear is installed, a metal nail or arm overrides the trigger bar mechanism, allowing the gun to fire over and over with a single.
Okay, this is something. All right, it's a back plate. You don't. God,
it's close enough.
It's close enough. Although I will say, I don't think I've ever seen a diagram of this like this. So good on them, I guess. They're really.
Yeah, I'm gonna again screen record this and like put some fucking animate.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Vice.
Overlay the actual CAD model and see how close it is.
It's just gotta mention it's a bad thing, in your video. But thank you, Vice. Very cool.
Squeeze of the trigger. Glock doesn't make the devices, and the company didn't respond to a request for comment.
I wanted to buy a Glock switch.
So that Glock knows how to respond to journalists. Let that sink in.
Yeah, take notes.
They just I'm not gonna fucking deal with this. I want to say that they are very open. We do not make those Glock switches. They get really upset by people putting Glock on them too.
Oh yeah, that is really funny that they say made in Austria on them.
Yeah, it's this is Glock doesn't do this. They sell G18 for a reason, and that's. Let's continue on.
Rich, right now, how easy would it be?
If you know what you're looking for, they're very easy to find.
So this is a little video that someone's posted on Instagram, and they're using Glock hashtags. And in the comments, I can see that people are saying,
yeah. So you see this guy here says, inbox me with your Cash App or PayPal, right? And
the YouTube shorts.
These are highly regulated items, right? They're out here to get some hardcore weaponry.
The federal law enforcement agency going after illegal Glock switches and dealers is the ATF.
The sheer variety is really amazing.
Yeah, get a little bit of everything.
It's so
Beyond
sad.
Glock switches.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything here. Yeah.
No, we don't want to look. It's so sad. No.
Yeah.
Agents in Dallas have also been finding more drop-in auto sears that convert assault rifles into machine guns.
Assault rifles into machine guns.
What the hell is it? Because the whole argument
assault
is that
rifles.
Assault rifle is a machine gun. So
No. But an assault rifle is a selectable fire machine, so it would. We're doing this is pedantic arguments, and I swear to God. Oh boy, this is great. This is Vice what I expected to do, but because they didn't use the word assault weapon. It seems like they used the word assault rifle. However, assault rifle is a word with an actual definition.
I wonder what kind of sears those are.
I mean,
probably some Wish.com shit. If I just had to guess,
I don't know. They're not blue anodized, so they're not from Wish.com.
I will say this, that there is a lot on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. That is
yeah, for sure.
That is a problem. But don't buy those, guys.
I get advertised on Facebook for auto sears.
Guys, don't buy those. For the love of God, do not buy. You want to know what happened to the portable coat hanger guy? Yeah, to take a wild guess. But yeah, don't buy these.
We've also been finding more drop-in auto sears that convert assault rifles into machine guns.
This is from a seizure in Oklahoma, approximately 600 drop-in auto sears for the AR-15 platform firearm.
So we're looking at a literal
600
tray full of machine guns.
600 machine guns.
That's nice. What are those?
And again, anyone who has any degree of self-awareness, you just walk up to them and show them that and be like, "This is a machine gun," and they'll be like,
"Wait, is that the selectable one?"
I'm not terribly familiar with all the different flavors.
Yeah, neither am I. So it's just like those don't look like the Swift Link, but I'm assuming they're ARs.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
the AT. Oh yeah, nobody in the room knows. So
yeah, do we expect a field agent? No, he doesn't need to know.
So we're looking at a literal
600
tray full of machine guns.
600 machine guns.
That's insane.
Yep. There's a lot of folks in federal law enforcement, local, that have never seen this before. So they're searching cars, they're searching homes. Someone might have this in a tool chest.
Wait, is that an Ender 3 in the background? That is. That is. That's an Ender 3. the ATF, the nice ATF agent has an Ender 3.
Got an evidence tag on it. Poor man.
Some poor motherfucker got his suit jacked.
Yeah, that's a fucking Ender 3.
in a drawer in their nightstand until you figure out what you're looking for. You don't know what you have on your hands.
Are there guns in there?
Hell
Police are already
mute your mic, you two.
being caught off guard by Glock switches. Last year in Houston, a fugitive opened fire on officers coming to arrest him.
Dion, it's Houston Police. Let's do this.
God.
It's not nearly
Ladies and gentlemen, I
precise.
present why it's called the Fatal Funnel.
You too.
Magnus's Guide to Room Clearing. Don't go in there. There's a bad guy with a gun.
Don't go in there. Just don't. If you do, make sure to hug your kids first, because shit might go down.
That I'm gonna restrain. I literally just like 15 comments went through my brain. And I'm like, AG would be upset with all of those.
I have to. I'm a good boy to the federal agents watching this. The federal agents, I disavow.
I'm just giving advice to my, my glorious federal and local
brothers.
police departments that are trying to enforce the just laws in the world. That possibly standing your morbidly obese ass directly in a doorway is probably not the best way to do that.
I'm assuming they
actually,
also
I
got
think
told
it's
this
a
is
great
an
tactic,
auto
and they should continue doing it.
Yeah, it's actually they're doing just fine, officers.
I'm gonna press play.
Look at that face.
Spraying bullets at a target, and it's extremely dangerous.
How common did it used to be to encounter machine guns for ATF agents a few years ago versus today?
It was pretty rare that you would find a legitimate machine gun. We're seeing them recovered all the time. Just one of the most scary things that we've dealt with since I've been an ATF agent. They're everywhere on the street right now.
Awesome.
Oh boy, I hear the voice changer. This is gonna be fun.
Wait, I'm Mike. Is this Mike Dunn?
You're gonna have to be the one to tell us for
Hold
this.
the fuck up. I'm analyzing right now.
And I sell switches.
How did you get into the world of
He's wearing a
selling
Guy
switches?
Fawkes mask.
There was some old footage a while back.
Okay,
which scared me.
I came. Hold on, I just came back to that. We have to go back to that fucking anonymous fucking LARPer.
I mean, I got my boy. Wait, where's that?
He's got the Dianexus shoes.
Oh my god, what the
Dianexus. Wait, are these real? Are these real Dianexus?
Is
Can you
this
tell me?
him? This is Dianexus there.
Yeah, this is Dianexus.
That's a cute Guy Fawkes mask you have
He
there,
just
friend.
chugged his sidewalk slammer. Now he's giving an interview to Vice.
What were you doing?
Dianexus.
Holy
How you
Mike.
betray us.
I'm Mike.
I'd sell switches,
bro. That's
I sell
another
switches.
meme.
guys. Oh my
No
fucking!
fucking way. This is, oh my
This is a real thing. Oh my!
No way.
You know what? If I were to ever go to like an actual journal, I would do this. Is the way you do it. This is. You know
Yeah,
what? I said don't speak to journal. If you're gonna do it, you do it like this.
Dude,
No, like I
he's
said,
not even wearing
I
like
fully-
a fucking. Go
I
ahead.
fully intended speaking to National Geographic in like a Yeti costume, and the people that actually did speak to him were like my crazy anarchist buddies out west that were apparently like just shit posting the entire fucking time. It was just nothing but like anime references and everything, and we're gonna see if they're gonna air that. That's how you talk to a journalist.
This
How
guy's
many
not even
Toho
wearing like
references
a
are
dark
there?
sweatshirt. He's wearing a fucking North Face or some like a fucking Ellie Hansen.
I mean, hey man, selling switches is nice, yo. Look at this.
They just
Look at this.
opened up the Foot Locker that the journalist brought with them and just pulled out some disguise items.
Dude, I like how he got it all the way up to the chin. The fucking
Like-
Kenny over here.
I just, this is the mask you chose is even better. Like, oh God.
How did you get into the world of selling switches?
It was some old footage a while back. We was experiment with a gun, and some people have recorded the videos, and it started a trend.
How many switches do you estimate you've sold over the years?
Oh, a few thousand.
A few thousand?
Yeah. The switches is on the market like PS5s.
I can't take this serious. This is great. Like, this is. By the way, you said, was it Mike Dunn? Was that what you were saying?
Yeah.
But isn't he a white dude?
Yeah, this does not sound like Mike would sound way more dumber than this guy as well. We're like, we fight for liberty and freedom with the fire sears.
Yeah, this sounds more like a fellow trigger pull if I could guess any better.
And you can spend the same amount and get you a switch and will not have to worry about nothing. It's almost every other day. You got people shooting at police with switches. They're very high demand. So it's like, if you don't have one, we butt naked.
Mike told us that he recently decided to quit selling switches after someone close to him was shot with one.
He was actually one of my runners, and he got killed by one. It was my God waking the signs of where if you keep doing this, then the same thing can happen to you.
How do you feel knowing that those are out there on the streets?
Can we talk about how this journalist is sitting right now?
I mean, like, how is
Look
this?
at this.
Is this a normal human being way to sit in a casual conversation?
No.
Like, can someone get the? Oh God, do we have one of them just like? I want the lines drawn on them. Can we get like? Do we have just both of them standing at each other? Like, I want to have the posture lines drawn on them.
The Chad auto sealed sear dealer versus the Virgin Vice report.
Like, just look at the just I'm trying to imagine like how uncomfortable this like room must be, because holy crap, if you're this auto sealer, just how do you look at like
seriously? It's like the fucking Death Note posture right now.
Like, oh God, I just want to hear where this goes.
And could be used for who knows what.
That's the scary part of it. This is pretty much then got out of hand.
Do you worry that this is creating like an arms race sort of situation on the street where, you know, one guy sees that another has this and therefore I got to get it, or otherwise I'm going to be outgunned?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah. Well, there's a point to that to some extent too. I mean, but you know, I want to hear what else they have to say before I say anything else. Before I dig myself into a hole.
We want the most powerful and fastest shooting gun in town. We can keep shutting the manufacturers down and going after who's making these things, but the genie's out, and it's only going to get worse. This is a game changer.
Based.
Well, it's
You
correct.
just need to take that audio and just put it over like more awesome footage, like downloading from the catalog.com.
Yeah, yes. Like, yeah, that's, he just already admitted you can't win. All right, that's good. But yeah, all right. That seems like, you know, this could have been easily just that 30 seconds. But let's keep going.
Right, you gotta cut this up and use the audio bits that are good and make some meme content out of it.
I mean, I guess no, I have to.
Flood YouTube Shorts.
Please highlight that comment from Zane. Oh my
Extra.
What's up, guys? It's Jay the Shooter. Welcome back to another video.
Jay Jenkins is known on YouTube as Jay the Shooter.
Is his channel still around? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I've seen this guy before.
Yeah, he's the... Yeah.
Is he the SOT guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
His online followers constantly reach out to him about Glock switches.
Hey, mine too!
Fans.
You see this? This is crazy, right? It goes forever. How can I get one? Right.
Wait, what does it say? Okay.
Get your license first, man. Click the link. There you go. I get a lot of people assuming that my machine guns are illegal. So now that they comment below my video, and it gives me the opportunity to actually educate them. Come do it the right way, and don't put yourself up against 10 years in federal prison just because you want to have a little fun.
How often do you get people who come and say, I want to get this license just so I can have and shoot a machine gun?
They're always asking that very question. Hey, how do I turn my gun into a switch? If your sole purpose is to own a machine gun, then I don't want your business. The way I view educating individuals to become a licensed gun dealer is we are placing legal, accountable individuals in these communities so that they can educate the community and possibly curb some of the violence that's taking place.
Does it scare you knowing that there are switches on the streets, that these are in the hands of people who have no training, have no license?
It is the whitest dude imaginable said switches on the streets.
Are you scared? Are you fucking scared? Are you terrified? I'm terrified.
Do we have any thoughts so far from this? I'm just wondering, what is what's the read of the room for this?
This is almost a whitest kid you know skit. That's my opinion on this.
I mean,
hey, whitest kid's fan.
There's something about
boy asked black people about auto switches. The
Bro, so how you feel about your homie having a switch?
Yeah, I want to see him. Like, I've seen a couple of them before too, or vice where like they basically send them to like trap house, like fucking, like these are places where like this is not okay. Like there's a bunch of people that are there, like all of them are masked, basically with a bunch of guns, like just sitting in a room surrounding the journalist. I wanted to see that. That would have been funny, but I guess he didn't do that. It's okay.
I wanted him to reach out to the guys in Detroit that were running like a fucking 3D printed arms fire like empire out of abandoned buildings. Talk to those dudes. Those guys are my heroes.
That sounds. There's something about that. Let's see. We're almost done. Let's hear what we got.
It's scary. I wouldn't want my family members or someone to come in contact with someone who illegally possessed a firearm. You're not seeing licensed individuals with these machine guns causing havoc in the streets. It is the illegal individuals with them.
Where do you see this going in the next few years?
You can have the criminals continue to cast a negative perception of these switches, of the machine guns, and the federal agencies can throw more legislation and policies down our throat, but it's not going to affect the criminals.
Well, I mean, that's not wrong.
That's it.
Yeah, it seems like it was a little bit shorter than.
Look at that bottom left, bro. I'm just saying that's some drip.
Violent extremism is spreading in West Africa.
Some violent drip, bro. Damn. Got the
straight up RPG
and the RPG, bro. With the Yeezys.
Whoa.
That's
awesome.
That does look nice. But all right. What do we get from this so far? Is
I mean, besides like the ATF fear porning, it wasn't. I do love that they're finally kind of coming to the realization that it's hopeless. Like you see it more and more every single like subsequential kind of documentary that comes out. They're like, we're fucked, and they're not afraid to admit it. To where I feel like they cut that out, like of previous ones, where the ATF guy would be like, yeah, we don't know what to do, and they cut that out. Now they're including that of like, you can just like buy hundreds of thousands of these from China and get them delivered. We don't know what to do.
Well, I was gonna say, like, for at least from what I'm noticing, why I didn't really care that much to stop for this one is you can see this happening, and you also saw it a bit in the last one. Is so they understand they can't do anything about it, so that's what they want it to be. The scary part is like, but can you believe that we can't do anything about it? That's why we need to do even more things. That's why we have to go even harder.
Well, there wasn't even a proposition of things to do. It was just like, well, this sucks. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, no, the NBC one was going harder about that than anything.
Yeah, they're like, we have to take down the YouTube videos. They didn't even say like take down the Instagram content or anything.
Yeah, this one seems a little more aware. Which to Vice's credit, they're preposterous, awful shit libs, but they seem to at least understand.
Yeah, they bought the trace, which just
And again, like that's the beauty of the 3D printed thing is like they really thought they could slowly win because you can just shut down manufacturers. There's nothing any of us are going to be able to do about that.
Well,
and they could be like, well, we want to be like Europe. Well, now Europe has 3D printed guns everywhere, so it's like
yes,
they're floundering. They have no idea what to do, and every single time they lash out and try to figure out a solution, it just gets immediately checked again. It's like, oh, we'll just ban particular gun parts, and then like it's like, oh, you came to that conclusion a year after Navi was showing how to make your own barrels using a fucking car battery, and like it's like you're so late, you're doomed.
You can learn that on my channel too. It's one of the better videos we have here.
I think Jeff Rodriguez just put up the bounty to ECM a barrel using a potato battery and more money for a lemon battery. So
yeah,
it's out there.
That did not seem worth it.
I thought about it, and then I realized like I know how to do this, and I understand the like. I understand how many tomatoes I have to, or how many potatoes I would have to buy, and I think I would probably it would probably cost I'd break even.
Yeah.
But you know,
there's a YouTube video. William Osman, I think. He made a lemon battery that did something useful, and it was preposterous, like how many lemons it took to actually do something. So you probably break even.
I also want to say something too, because I see this showing up in my recommended as well. Let me see if I can pull this up. But it's essentially it is Lawrence DeMonico, our FRT guy. I'm not sure if anyone watched his 15-minute video on the state of Rare Breed. But
no, I don't care.
Well, don't worry. I could it doesn't need to be 50. Oh, it doesn't 17 minutes. Silly me. I can summarize it. I can summarize it for you. He's basically asking for you to, or he's basically asking everyone, please write your congressman because
no,
the ATF has overstepped their bounds, and the only way we can do this, or the only way we can win now, is if we all write our congressman to rein in the ATF. So that should let you know that's where Rare Breed is. But yes, they're not going to pass anything. They're not going to be able to do anything. But it's just going to be these little fear-monger things. They're just going to be using the ATF to do all. They're going to keep enforcing this stuff. Either way, the court system isn't working. It's not the whole. He basically explains it. They were not allowed to do anything, and they haven't been. They just had their case dismissed.
And I'm sharing my screen right now just to prove a point. If you want to pop that in.
Okay.
Britain, I don't know if it's on the screen because if I look, I'll go back thing. Britain flooded with 3D printed guns. Germany flooded with 3D printed guns.
Brit bongs are buying plans.
Yeah, cops issue scary warning, and Britain is being flooded with 3D printed guns.
But they're buying them. They're on the free, fucking morons.
They're free.
Wait.
Oh, by the way, we're past the 2-hour mark.
Okay, great. So we can
We're
fed
well past the fucking 2 hour.
No. It's 2:15. Yeah, we're good.
We're well past. I just saw on my timeline that Caitlyn Jenner has been hired by Fox News. So yeah, all right.
Bro,
finally
make of that what you will.
The pure clown dimension that we live in now is
we're honking like we never honked before.
Like I said, I can. There was I forget her name. There was some trans lady that was in MSNBC talking about 3D printed firearms that is more based on the Second Amendment than the NRA is. We are in full clown dimension.
Okay, well let's be honest. Is that a high bar to stand? Is that a high bar to pass?
But that's still you act like that's a high bar. But if I went 5 years ago and told you that, you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind, half of the followers we have are femboys. So when you say oh, well, it doesn't have the same shock to me as it used to now.
True.
But no, yeah, that's great, Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, that's funny. I saw that too, but I'm not sure. Is there anything else funny happening? Do we?
In the same vein of Brit bongs buying 3D printed guns, we have that shoulder-mounted recoilless launcher that just got dropped from.
It's not a shoulder-mounted recoil. It is a novelty beverage dispenser.
The cancer post.
It's a recoilless launcher of canned beverages.
And nothing else.
It's great, and it's it's wonderful, and that's a good thing. It's great.
Yeah, a 20-ounce can, you can't fit anything in a 20-ounce can except for beverages. So
exactly, dude. Watching that
certain powders.
Watching that Fed from Bellingcat retweet that, he literally retweeted it and just said, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Hey, speaking of that, I just realized the guy the famous shooter Jay, he's right now live on DLD's stream.
Bro, pull that shit up.
Yeah, let's go stream snipe it for a second, guys. This is great.
Why are you talking to feds?
We have more viewers too. But
really?
Yes, we do.
Machine guns, and we know that you have you're accountable for all your 4473s if you them. And also part of your dispositions. They're not taking any of the documentation with them. They just want to see it.
Hello.
Yeah.
They could have used my apartment as a business location. Yeah, apartments are very difficult because a lot of
You know, you free men don't ask permission. Let's go with that. Where were we? Let's. I guess you guys we can ask him whatever questions we have if we want to. I will
just
say.
ask him, where do I buy the switches?
Yo, homie, where I buy the Switch?
Where the Switch is at? Well, everyone.
My name is Mike.
Where the Switch is at?
I like DLD
My
after
name
dark.
is Mike.
I like DLD after dark, so I'll give him a like. Everyone, he's a nice guy. But if I see a bunch of people say where the Switch is at, that'd be funny.
Dude, he's got those $30 Amazon strip lights. I see.
But it seems I have been
G
noticing.
Cast, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Fred. Good to see you too.
That's
Well, we'll let him. I don't want to bother.
Channel, the quality's too low.
His channel it's DLD After Dark.
DLD After Dark.
Yeah, no, he's a cool guy. I like DLD After Dark, but yeah, I'll let him be. I don't want. If you guys like DLD After Dark, give him a nice follow and like. He deserves more subs. He does a lot of people, and like he does interviews with a lot of people. So I think he deserves more subs. But either way, let's do some fun synopsis. So we watched two of them. What do we think about both of them? What are our opinions so far about the Vice doc? What do we think about that? Which one was worse? How about that? The NBC or the Vice doc? Which one do we think?
NBC for sure.
Yeah,
NBC,
okay,
100%.
Pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
Because again, like Vice has shit opinions, but I don't get like overtly malicious tones from them. I just get like tainted opinions. Where MSNBC is literally like,
oh, dude,
this is a dog whistle to get people to fucking banned off of YouTube.
There is a woman that writes for
Dog
Vice.
whistle. They straight up call YouTube and tell them to take shit down.
Yeah, no. There was a woman on Vice that did a whole article on K in which it was the funniest thing I've ever read in my life.
Bro,
Yeah.
Because I had struggled to explain to like these normies and lefties that I was on interviews all the time with of like, what is the Boogaloo movement? And it's like, how are you different? And as soon as that Vice K article came out, I just linked that and I'm like, this is us.
Where is it? 'Cause it's a beautiful article.
It's literally just a femboy in a dress with a bunch of guns.
A bunch of Toho, yeah. To all the Toho anime fans here, yeah. This is literally like, yeah. It was amazing because like, yeah, all of them were like Toho characters, which is it's an autism magnet from what my experience. Yeah, it's. Let me see. Yeah, Vice article K. Can I get that?
The girls' frontline guy calls Toho autistic.
Hey now. I don't even actually play Girls Frontline. That's the funnier part. I see cute anime girl. I like it. It's simple as. All right. Let me go. Vice article K. Yeah, let me read that because it's actually.
Bro, you got to pull up the picture. The picture's so fucking legendary.
Oh, wait, no, I can't see. Do you have the link on you? Because I can't find it right now.
I can find it.
Is it in your pocket?
I want it to be shown just because it's a beautiful article in which you would. It's exactly what you'd expect. I guess this guy was Keegan, right?
Yeah, that's Keegan.
I guess. I mean, he's speaking to Trace, so I'll give him like. He could be worse. He could be worse. But oh well, I'll give him a little bit of a pass. I guess he's not the worst out of all of them. They could have chosen a worse Vice Journo. In fact, if we can get the article, this is the worst Vice Journo.
Meet 4chan's K Commandos.
Did you send?
Yeah, I just put it in the private chat.
Okay,
Unless my Control V key is not working.
I don't see it yet. Let me.
Hang on. Oop. Oh my God, the armed meme lords driving gun culture. I love this article so much.
Yeah,
it's in the private chat.
All right, I'm pulling it up right now.
Like I said, ever since when someone's like, describe the Boogaloo movement, I just send this article and it's so funny.
Okay, I got this ready. Okay, you know, I've done enough. I've done a lot of these visual novel streams, so I can read this without messing up. I can do this. My dyslexia is not gonna pull me back.
Don't forget the autism, AG.
Hey, I never forget it. Okay, here we go.
I'm waiting for the picture. There it is.
Oh, God.
There it is. I love it so much.
Which Flandry? All right, it's that Toho cosplay.
Can you expand that picture at all?
I can actually. I'm going to send this to someone who I know likes this as well. There's a lot of people that like. If I had a nickel for every Toho gun fan I knew, I would be a very rich man. But I can't. Let me see if I can open up.
Nartica Valley of the West, fucking man. Come on.
Oh, I can't get it. Maybe I have to zoom in. I'll zoom in manually.
There you go, bro. Oh, the potato quality, but still, it's so good.
I mean, this is fortunate.
So good, bro.
Christ.
It's so good, dude. This is the real gun community distilled into an image.
Yeah, no, I see this and I think, yeah, this is. They spoke to the. Can I say that word on here? Trip. What is a good word for that? I'll use Ukraine. Trip Ukrainians, but they are. These are people that put their names. I'll just say 4chan is a place where you're supposed to be anonymous. Some people put names on there. You can put names on there. Those people are looked down upon. And
I don't know what Mama Susan's opinion on actual like homosexuals using the F word, so I'm not going to say it. But I should have the F pass in this fact. If the flag didn't tell you, I should be able to call these people what they are. But I'll not get your account banned.
You know, we are at 2 hours, but that's one of those things where I'll think about it.
It doesn't matter that you suck dick. You have the wrong politics, and it's hate speech.
Well, yeah, but they basically speak to the people that everyone makes fun of. Let's go on. Flandry S enjoys shitposting on 4chan's keyboard, collecting Kalashnikov rifles from foreign conflicts, and cosplaying as Flandry S, who identifies as a gender fluid in a commando, is a commando, which is an aficionado of the keyboard. Is what aficionados of the keyboard call themselves, and they want you to know that while commandos aren't your typical American gun owner, their influence can be measured by their memes and in-jokes that have trickled into the mainstream. Oh my god.
It's so perfect.
Like, yeah, there's so much going on with this that like
if you went through this whole article, we could go a whole nother hour. There's
just
deep lore to be found in this fucking thing.
Just if you're online enough, you'll see so many of like just things that just
I could tell, like I could almost mentally envision how this interview happened, to where Vice was trying to find people on the Boogaloo stuff because this article came out when it was like the hype of the Boog panic, and they found Homegirl here, and they were like, "Can you tell us about the Boog movement?" And they were like, "Sure, I'll talk to you." And then they tripped and fell into the deepest fucking rabbit hole.
They spoke to Trip Ukrainians. All right, that's what they did, and everyone knows you don't speak to them when someone puts a name on you do not engage with them.
You're talking the depths of darkness on the internet that you are not prepared for.
My favorite is you chose the worst people, and you're going to be using them as like it's comical what it is. But yeah, it's the other thing the commandos pride themselves is being so apolitical or politically incorrect that anything goes. Flandry S, whose name is inspired by Flandry Scarlet, a character in a popular anime series, makes no secret of their gender fluidity and love of cosplay. They like to attend commando meetups as a trap, which is a 4chan term to describe fictional anime character.
Has anyone here actually visited a K Commando meetup?
No, because I don't want that.
No. I have, and I can.
Have you met Flandry S?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
I have gone to a K Commando meetup though, and Jesus Christ.
Well, I believe the commando board or blog I think also has an appearance in this. But here's the Vice definition of trap. Trap which is a 4chan term to describe a fictional anime character who wears the opposite gender's clothing to trick people. When used in the context of people who identify themselves as transgender, trap is considered a transphobic slur. I'll dress up as pretty as I wanted to, and everyone would just have to deal with it. And everyone came to just expect it. I was a trap. People knew, and people straight up don't care, said Flandry S. If something isn't hurting someone, then who the fuck cares what you identify as or what you do in your free time? You have
Welcome
everything
to the
from
gun community.
everything. You have everything from the furries to bronies on there. That is a true statement. In our local group, I think half of us are LGBTQ. That is exactly what I would describe of everyone that goes to a commando meetup as well. But
Yes.
hey,
Again, I give AG the pass. It's true.
yeah, yes,
It
we
is
have
a pit of degeneracy that would freeze a Christian man in his fucking step. It's bad.
like yeah, it's just I see him all the time. Like I mean, yeah, it's that's what this isn't too far off from the truth actually. But yeah, this community is so politically incorrect to begin with. Flandria says everyone has thick skin. People throw around things like slurs, homophobic slurs, and it's just part of the culture. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. Did they use the word trip? Did they use the trip word here? I don't know.
No.
Well,
'Cause that
here's
wouldn't make any sense to anybody, dude.
yeah, no, allow me to here you can continue on for this one if you want to. Another influential meme that started on K is the Boogaloo, code for a second civil war or violent uprising. The meme was the basis for the movement of Hawaiian shirts wearing insurgents who organized in plain sight on Facebook until the network was linked to series of bomb plots, attacks on federal officers, shootings, plots to kidnap the governor of Michigan, and even a scheme to sell weapons to Hamas.
Hey, again, all of those are bullshit now. Where they like bombings? Literally, there was never ever a bombing. The person who got arrested for bombing, eventually they got charged with like misdemeanor threatening the police. What were they doing? They were literally calling their local police department and shit posting, like Jeff Dunham tier fucking shit posting on the phone to their local police department. They got charged with at first federal bomb threat against law enforcement, and then eventually, because common sense almost prevailed in a court system, they were like, no, this is stupid, this is just a troll fucking with the police department.
Did the Boogaloo really start on K? Well,
Yes, technically. I mean, everything starts on 4chan.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I remember what it was. I remember very early on. To be honest, I stopped keeping track of it the moment Hawaiian shirts got added to it. That part to me, I still don't know when that came into it, because I remember
the Hawaiian shirts came into it because of Facebook.
Okay,
I know all the lore. If you want to know, I can go into it. But the Hawaiian shirts was a Facebook development.
I remember when it started on K in the very beginning, and then there was a point where I just immediately, like, I had no idea what's going on anymore. Okay, I'm just, I see enough things. I see the media running with things now. Okay, what does this affect? Then what is it? Your friend Virginia, who is now fighting in Ukraine, who is then now, I guess, leaving out.
Don't you dare say my friend. That
silly me.
Federal informant.
Yeah, that was like the first. That was my introduction to the Boogaloo movement as a movement. Was there was a guy in Virginia who I think he did things with Black Lives Matter and then immediately disappeared and then was outed as a Fed.
Yeah, he did the very quick rundown because that story is so complicated. He went to Maine. He apparently hung out with a dude. The dude told him he was planning on blowing up a hospital. He went to the FBI to tell the guy that he was blowing up a hospital. The dude was arrested, only charged with possession of illegal ammunition, got out in 3 months, and then Mike Dunn disappeared. And then he reappeared just like this last month saying he was going to go fight in Ukraine and he'd become a correctional officer.
What an
arc. What an arc, bro.
What was there was another guy, I want to say, he was, I forgot. There's an actual like federal informant who would always go to he would go with a bunch of white nationalist groups and stuff like that, and intentionally like get all right guys, let's go bomb, let's go bomb let's go bomb like the post office right now, and then just see how many people can go.
That out.
Yeah, is hypothetically. Oh God, it's great. Oh God, this is
my favorite story with that is the Viper militia in Arizona, to where
I heard about them.
Yeah, it came out in the court document that the federal informant had brought up a motion to vote on including white supremacist literature in their official literature so many times that he almost blew his cover, and each time it was unanimously voted down because these were just some boomer Republicans dudes. So I'm just imagining this guy being I know I've brought it up 15 times now, but can we add Birth of a Nation? And they're like, no, stop asking. What the fuck?
Yeah. This is one of those things where it's like if you're around enough gun people and you know who these type of militias, Like, it's obvious. Like, it's either they're a spur and then should be kicked out for that reason, or they're a Fed and should be kicked out for that reason. Like, it's just
like as someone who's in the Boog movement, literally every month we get a new guy that's like, bro, we need to just take the gloves off, bro. It's like, nah. Like, stop.
The Viper militia did nothing wrong. Okay.
They didn't, dude. They tried to charge him with 100 cases of machine gun, like federal possession of machine guns. These motherfuckers had bolt action World War I rifles.
That's just
look at the story of the Viper militia. It's so fucked. They tried to get him on possession of like explosives, and it turned out that the whole time it was a police department training exercise that was blowing up shit in the woods and not them at all.
That's just this is. You're telling me the feds would lie about things like this?
The Viper militia might be the worst case of it I've ever fucking seen, which is why we just don't talk about it anymore.
I mean, we're almost at the same point with the plot to kidnap the Michigan governor at this point. Of it only comes up whenever they kind of need to, but then like it never really goes in too much.
So I can bring up details about that real quick. That's the two most notable things I've seen in the last couple days. The first one is that it was admitted in court that the group was splitting apart due to infighting all the way back in April, and that the informant had requested direct instruction from the FBI on how to keep them together. Month before. And then the two poor sons of bitches that were actually not FBI agents compared to all the other ones referred to the federal informant as dad. So
I'm getting the vibe.
One of those kids was the one that had just lost his job due to COVID lockdowns and was living in the basement of an auto repair shop when all this happened. So like literally just like the dude in the shittiest position ever with obvious daddy issues being preyed upon by a federal agent.
This just makes me sad. Like this makes me want to Fed post more. Like, it reminds me of what is the kid? It was like I want to say it's the Muslim kid that basically had like the FBI have pretend to be a girl and like try to like
also in Michigan. Yep.
That was the one where they basically like kept telling him like, hey man, let's go blow up some people. Let's go kill some.
It's worth so first they posed as a Muslim girl on Tinder and matched with him, and then got to the point where they had set up an arranged marriage with this depressed fucking Muslim kid, then ghosted him. So he's like at the peak of depression, like my wife just ghosted me. We were supposed to get married, whatever. Then they send another Muslim girl to match with him. And this girl's not interested in romance at all. This girl's just trying to talk him into shooting up an Applebee's for Allah or some shit. That was also an FBI agent. And then the kid literally told them like, no, I don't want to do that. And then they arrested him.
I thought he killed himself at like.
No, he's fine.
Okay, no, is there another one I'm thinking? Because I know there was one. I want to say, yeah, I thought I heard one. It was basically similar to that of like, it was basically a federal agent telling him, "Hey, come on, go kill some people," and he kept telling them, "No, no, no," and then eventually killed themselves.
There was that one guy who they thought he was connected to Al Qaeda, and they literally like droned his house, like sent like one of those RV drones in and kicked his door in, and were literally threatening him that he would go to jail unless he became an undercover informant. And there's a whole documentary about that. The dude literally just like went to the same mosque as some of these guys, and the DHS was like, if you don't become a snitch, we'll throw you in prison. And he wasn't even involved.
A lot of people forgot about this stuff that happened not too long ago. It's just, it's beautiful. The Whitmer case is still one of my favorites of like, yeah, no, it was exactly what everyone said what it was. Like, this sounds off.
My favorite detail of that case is that the phrase "Captain Autism" was spoken in a federal court.
Oh no.
This is what happens when our community like bleeds into the real world.
Like, it's just like they're trying their best to like figure it out, and you can just tell they have no idea. But like, there is something. Reading this is like, it's close. But
it's the closest. This article is the closest they've ever come to catching a clue of what the fuck they're dealing with.
And the point is, it's so fucking confusing if you don't know. Oh, wait a second. Are they talking about what? Here we hear. This is the Rhodesian stuff. And I think this is where they took the commando blog where they were basically saying, yeah, you're connected to Christchurch. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And again, like K is not a good place.
I see Cody Wilson here.
most people to go to it. I get that, but
Hey, here's Cody Wilson. Couldn't. I guess we had to mention Cody Wilson at some point here. But yeah, no, this is
What does Cody Wilson have to do with K?
nothing. But it gets clicks, man.
Okay.
That's the point of it. It gets clicks. But yeah, this is, the joke about everyone. You see it now a lot more too. It's like, okay, maybe not everyone's a Fed. Let's calm down the joke a bit. You have to keep in mind it's a real thing though. It's a reason why it's been accepted now as a joke. Like,
oh yeah, like people are like calm down with accusations of feds. 14 federal informants for a group of like 20 dudes. like a 2 to 3 ratio of Fed to normal human being.
The Whitmer case for me is just one of those things of like, it was pushed so hard, like nonstop, and then just immediately forgotten the moment it started coming, the actual details started coming out. Like, that's just, it is ridiculous. It is one of the funniest things, but allow me to read this grift chat real quick. Jez, just a guy with his, I guess, $3 tells us.
It's like, it's 4 pounds of beans, remember?
I'll be sure to put it into good use. Tell your gov to send me guns. I'll destabilize Mexico. Turn it to an American territory. I swear, not the cartels. Send me, Jess. Well, I mean, hey, that's another.
Calm down, Eric Holder. What the fuck?
Hey, man, oh god, that was another thing too. Is the ATF is just they're the good guys saving us against machine guns. If only we need to be sure to thank the ATF. No one, God forbid, anyone look too deep into the ATF's history, because that would be bad a bit. But
that's a fun detail of the Viper militia too. Is one of the main informants against them was an Arizona gun shop that was working with the ATF to essentially launder fucking rifles to Mexico, which that happened like 15 years before Fast and Furious, that they were literally already busted with Janet Napolitano and everything, like smuggling guns to the cartel through Arizona.
This is activating my elements. I try my best to, I actively go out of my way to not think about things, but this is just making me very tired. What I'm trying to, we might, since you're here, by the way, might as well go ahead. What other fun Fed stories do you have here? Because this is a great opportunity.
Oh, the fact that the most recent arrest of one of us was in Ohio, to where there was some people in front of a police department protesting some like police brutality or whatever, and a guy showed up, and a guy decided to negligently discharge his rifle. The police arrest everybody. One of my guys gets arrested. And then that guy disappears, is never heard from again, is never charged or whatever. So just a suspicious random person on the internet shows up to a Second Amendment rally and fires a gun into the ground, and then everyone else gets arrested, and then you never hear from the dude again.
This is just accidents happen. Did the NFC or the NFC come in?
He probably installed his shoelace wrong. It's
right.
Accidents happen, all right. And I see someone here saying, "Ilamau, what is the progress on the open ISP or open source ISP?" That is a JNY thing. We can have them always back. We love JNY is always free to come back. But yeah, I don't know, but that's actually have you come have you called out a Fed face to face before?
Oh, fucking 100% in Louisville.
Like in your group, like someone that tried to go join your group, like you caught them as a Fed.
Oh yeah, 100%. We literally got a guy to admit it. Literally, there was this kid named Turtle that was like, finally we had bullied him so much that he was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I was talking to the FBI, they wanted me to help them. I decided not to do it. Go fuck yourself. And then he quit. And I'm like, but I mean, in especially doing like protest security, because someone brought it up of like, you want to talk about just glowing like the fucking sun. These people, they have no idea how to do this. To where when I was in Louisville, it was at the year anniversary of the Breonna Taylor event. I'm sitting there, full kit, rifle, everything, doing my security thing. This obnoxiously white dude, fucking clean cut, whatever, front facing ball cap, backpack, plain shirt, jeans, and boots, just walks right up to me and he's like, "Is this the protest?" And I'm sitting here with my dude, and we're like, "Yes, officer." And he just gave me a weird look and walked away. It was like, you're fucking so obvious every time.
Like, it's a
DC meme of all the clearly not feds standing together. Like, it's like they're always that obvious.
Like, as someone that as someone who went to or goes to a college campus where they have a very active protests, it's always really fun to see their stuff like who are people that are intentionally like brought in. We had a couple. It's always fun, but I mean for you you're way more targeted, so like it's much more of like you're gonna have someone that's gonna probably try to shoot someone or like do something stupid and then just magically disappear. Like that's the one thing I've always just it's the open carrying to protest. It's just
I understand people's concerns, but I'm a mad lad, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, I mean everyone should have the right to do it. I always wonder, like, I'm surprised they haven't gotten as bad as, like, I'm surprised something hasn't happened yet. I mean, I guess the closest you had was like the Rittenhouse thing.
Yeah, which again, like, I could do a whole podcast about details around what happened that night in Kenosha that the media and even the court case never brought up that are very suspicious. Because I had people that were there that night, and I was talking to them in real time. I knew about the Rittenhouse shooting before it hit the fucking news. There's so much shit that happened that night that, like,
I mean, I think everyone just knew that the prosecutor in that case was just such a scumbag that it was just hell.
There was a little hint where they mentioned just one time during that court case that there was constant gunfire in Kenosha that night away from the protests. And nobody ever asked questions about that. Why did the FBI have a drone in the air? Nobody asked questions about that. There's a video that's been scrubbed off of YouTube, but I swear to fucking God this is real. But obviously take it with a grain of salt because I can't prove it. But there was a live stream where they walked up to this black business owner after the Rittenhouse shooting happened and talked about how there was white pickup trucks with dudes in the back seat in like plain clothes that flooded the area and were jumping out with rifles and shit after the Rittenhouse shooting. Nobody knows who they were. They weren't Kenosha Guard. They weren't Proud Boys. Nobody knows who those people were. And like I said, there's reports of constant gunfire. You talk to anyone there that night, they'll talk about constant gunfire in the suburbs.
I have to have it saved somewhere because I remember I watched Kenosha Night 1 and there was a streamer. I think it was Reggie. That was, if you guys know that name, that means you're really fucking deep into it. But
you're watching that what the fuck is DJ Alrad streams.
Yeah, I know, but like I remember this very vividly. It was in Kenosha. There were three guys. There were four guys basically trying to break into this place. There was an officer that basically arrests him, looks at him a little bit, and then just immediately lets them go, and they're all basically laughing at each other. And then you could just here's the streamer basically standing far away, filming the whole thing. Like, those are feds. Like, that is
100%, dude. That's like a lot of people, the right toys don't like to hear this. A lot of violence that happens at these protests are fucking cops, bro. I'm sorry, it's the truth. A lot of this shit happens, or the cops are just cool with it and they let it go. Because I have this one on video to where the leader of the Kenosha Guard after the Rittenhouse shooting is on stream walking up to the leader of the BLM protests and having like a 15-minute conversation about how the police essentially made that entire situation happen. They're like, yeah, dude, the cops were telling us that they were going to push them down here. They're going to kettle it in. And then they were hoping that we would handle it and everything. And we're like, no, we don't like that. We're trying to leave. And like, there's all these like sketchy details that like just never got brought up again.
I mean, like,
just got buried in the like the Kyle is a white supremacist, and the other side is like, oh, bad 3 commies. And I'm sitting there like, dude, so much sketchy shit happened that night. Nobody's talking about it.
I watched it live. I remember it that was I will say I was very bored in 2020, and I think I was
unemployed and not.
I wasn't bored, dude. I was watching those fucking riots every single night. Holy
yeah,
shit, it was nonstop, and I was right next to Chaz too, so I had that fucking shit.
Again, that's a whole nother. I have so much.
I
have so much deep lore about all of these things that happened. That
can you tell us about the Great Free State of Chaz a bit? Can you give us a quick rundown on your?
I know that some of the main organizers were literally directly working with the Portland government and directly like
Portland.
Sorry, not Portland. Fucking
Seattle.
I'm this
It's the same
many
thing.
White Claws down. So
You're good, man. You're good.
Don't worry, you're
And
good.
it's really easy to mix both up because they're both.
But no,
Skittles.
I know from people that were there that they were directly working with the city government, and that the night before they shut it down, they essentially like cut a deal with the city government, which also is just sketchy and glows like hell. So many things glow like hell.
What about Raz Simone, the warlord? What about him?
Oh,
Oh, dude, I still have his pictures. I still have all of my phone.
He just disappeared. Nobody fucking knows what happened to that dude. Just
Fucking
passing out,
warlord.
passing out guns, committing felonies
To
on camera.
minors, yeah, handing out to minors. Like literally, his security killed someone and then
Oh my
immediately
God.
cleaned up all the evidence afterwards, so no
I
one's
was
ever gonna
losing my
find.
mind.
Like,
like 5 people die there.
yes, and they were his security, and they fucked up. Like it was all
Underage kids died.
Yeah,
Right?
because-
Were they both underage, right?
they were underage, and they were the
Yeah.
justification was they were white supremacists. 2 black kids were
Yeah, 2 black white supremacists. You know,
Yeah,
the
and then-
usual,
yeah, and then they-
usual suspects.
Then they
So, like,
realized
open
that
fire on an SUV.
like 70 rounds or something. Well, actually, no. I bet Magnus has better information
No,
than
yeah,
us.
let the car the fuck up. And the dude who did it, the specific person, they know who did it. He's like, but he never got arrested.
The warlord is Raz Simone is the real winner of the whole situation. I just let that. He's an opportunist that is like. I have nothing but like I respect it. Like it was just a. He saw opportunity, he took it, and you know he will always. What has he suffered from it? What has he got from it? What arrests has he had?
No one who actually caused this shit show got arrested, which is like big suspicious. And obviously, you can go to like the original dude in the George Floyd riots, the guy in the black with the umbrella that was breaking
Oh, yeah,
windows
that
and
guy.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a Hell's Angels biker who also happened to have connection to the local police department. Like,
Yeah, that story kind of just magically disappeared, didn't it?
yeah, all those things disappeared. Nobody wants to talk about that anymore. They just want to be like, again, like Tucker Carlson want to be like commies bad, and then Vice News want to be like white supremacists, and then everyone with a brain is like, what the fuck is going on here?
I mean, it was just
it's just a shit.
I still remember just watching those. Those were just those riots were just Minneapolis was just. I still remember it watching that thing. Just I didn't normally. I'm not sure how like in depth everyone watches like riots. I remember like Baltimore. That got shut down when they sent in the National Guard. Or was it? It wasn't Charlottesville, but it was somewhere else. Is it Charlotte, where they had another shooting and like there was like a journalist like from like a local station that got beat up. Like
Yeah.
day
that
one.
I think that was Georgia.
I thought it was South Carolina
Atlanta.
or I thought it was South or North Carolina, one of the Carolinas.
Because I remember Atlanta was the one where the little girl got lit up and died.
It was in 2017. I want to say.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this one. Okay, yeah.
No, I'm talking. I mentioned Baltimore, like because usually the way riots will end will be they send in the National Guard and then everyone kind of just goes back. That was Minneapolis where it didn't happen.
I mean, Brooklyn Center. You want to talk about the death of the BLM movement? That's another thing that doesn't get talked about is what the fuck happened at Brooklyn Center.
Oh
where
God, please do.
They deployed National Guard with magazines in the fucking guns with rifles and were pulling people out of their cars at gunpoint and using the same facial scanners they use in Afghanistan on like journalists and shit. And it was like that was the last protest. Nothing ever fucking happened after that again. People were like, "Oh shit, this is real. I can't like LARP for Instagram anymore."
Oh my God, my favorite was the fucking Portland, the Battle of the Courthouse. Just dear God, you know, a bit of me was like,
that was the most like the second most base thing they ever did. That shit was lit.
Like, yeah, I still like I got it. Like I remember. My favorite was when they started doing tear gas. So then they brought lawnmowers, and then the feds started using lawnmowers, and then there was like a no man's land in the middle of just.
What's up with the lawnmowers?
Leaf blowers,
leaf
not
blowers.
lawnmowers.
Leaf blowers.
Leaf
Okay.
blowers.
To blow
that was
the tear
confusing
gas
for a
back
second.
and forth.
They were blowing-
literally, it created like a pocket of like fucking liquid death of just,
A no man's land of tear gas.
Tear gas.
Like it was just some of the most creative like shit I've like
The
like
laser, the green light laser pointers, which blinded, I think like the final number was something like 53 federal agents had like permanent blindness from the fact they were using these IR green lasers, and just sit there in like groups of like 100 with all these lasers. You can look up pictures and just fucking point these things right in these feds' eyes.
Like the arms race of like just the feds do something, the protesters come back with something, the feds then do something back to counter that thing, then new thing happens. Like this is just I still cannot believe I was the tear gas one. That one still to me is one of the funniest things. Like I wish I still have some of those clips on where it's just you see them throwing tear gas and then there's a fed and then
Let
a
me
fucking
look
black
for
cloud.
an archive channel that I archived
Okay.
back when there was that one Twitter account that archived like all of the summer riots. Look for it real quick.
Yeah, those were the Summer of Love was just those were interesting days. I will say the Portland one though, like it's just
I shared that picture. Like this shit's so insane of the laser
pulling
pointers. Like literally just some Star Wars shit.
Found it, AG.
You found it? Okay.
That is all of that one Twitter uses the riot streams.
Let me pull that
and
up.
little snips that they were posting.
Oh God. Okay, I see. This by location by month. Yeah, that's God. There's even archives of it. Oh, there's a torrent. Okay, well that's I'll have to look at this later, but dear God. That is awesome actually. But yeah, no, it was so what about the people that were getting arrested, black bag, and then instantly released? Were those guys feds, or how did that go?
Oh, I know they were just doing that's just usual catch and release shit to scare the hell out of people. Like they do that all the time. I've had that personally happen to me. What they do is they just grab a bunch of you, they put you in a paddy wagon, and then you just sit there for like 3 hours, and then they let you go.
Oh, that's
because usually when shit gets that bad, the jail is full. You're not putting anybody in a fucking jail. There's like 300 people. They're stacking them on top of each other. So it is just literally like, we want to get you out of this situation long enough for it to calm down, and then we're just going to let you go because we don't want to deal with it. But also they'll use that to grab you when you haven't even broken any laws. And then like you can't sue or anything because you were not arrested or charged. You were just detained temporarily. And that's like a whole different legal category. So that's the way that they can break up like a legitimately peaceful protest, just being like, well, we didn't arrest anybody. We just, beat them up, put them in handcuffs, and put them in the back of a van for 5 hours and let them go. Like,
I will say for like the Portland one in like it's particular, that one I just like at some point I was just more of like, this is just the dumbest shit I've seen. Like it's just I just got, or it was like, I want to say what happened to the end? Like after the federal, like or at the end, like after people were streaming at the federal courthouse, it was just like, it was just LARPy. Just like it was, once they weren't fighting anymore, it just was just boring as shit. They would.
That guy that straight up threw a bomb at the building. That wasn't very LARPy.
Oh well, that was when
shit was lit.
Does anyone want to? Do anyone remember that one where it was basically just some random kid that was handing the bomb?
Got snitched by his grandma.
Got snitched by
So grandma wrote a review or some shit. Wasn't that right?
For his body armor.
The body armor he wore. Yeah, the body armor he wore.
My stupid grandson used this in bombing the Portland courthouse. Shit like that.
Like the weird.
Fuck.
Oh my God, that and like the weird retarded shit, like the journos were. What was the woman that was naked, like in Portland too?
Athena. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Naked Athena, where they like wrote like glowing like articles about it. Like it's just Portland was a fun place. I don't
like it was almost like I said. I think it's impressive because it worked so well because the riot police had no idea what to do. Like they walked up looking to beat the shit out of some college kids, and there's just this naked woman with her fucking snatch just pointing at them, and they just stopped. What the fuck do we do right now? Like I can literally almost imagine like the radio to command, like, staff sergeant, we can't advance. It's like, why? It's like, oh, there's a naked woman in the street. Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, she's just pointing her vagina like right at us. What do we do?
My favorite was when they started like twerking on cop cars. That was great.
That happens at every BLM riot. Let's be
that's just like,
that's par for the course.
It's always the same people. Like these people do not give a fuck about the protests at all. They just see shit wiling out and they're like, okay, because you saw the same thing in the people forgot this happened, but the Florida spring break when the lockdowns got released, riots where people were just like flooding Orlando and just like blowing shit up and twerking on cop cars and getting drunk because they've been locked down for like a year.
Do you remember the Chicago one?
The Chicago BLM riot?
The Chicago BLM riot where
CPD did the dumbest thing I've ever seen a police department do in my entire fucking life. Maybe.
Which one is it? Okay, let me. Which one are you talking about? And then I'll say which one I'm talking about.
The one where they thought it was a good idea to raise the bridges and essentially trap a bunch of rioters in a residential area with nowhere to go, and then evacuate the area with like the police just left. So they rose the bridges, left a bunch of rioters in a residential area, and then bailed. All these people are just trapped on a fucking island essentially with a bunch of rioters.
The problem with this is my answer is, wait, which time was that? What I get? But the one I'm thinking of is the one where I believe it was supposedly a BLM event where it was a guy who apparently got shot by the police and died. However, he wasn't shot by the police. He wasn't dead. I think he just got shot. And then it was just like they looted like a bunch of just stores. It was like within a night, like there was videos.
You're talking about the guy with the knife, dude.
Yeah.
Where
they like.
And again, like it got so
kids for a ride.
It got so bad that the Latin Kings were patrolling in the northeast side and like doing heinous shit to looters. Like so we're talking about like legit gangbangers, like just snatching people and beating the shit out of them in the street because they were trying to loot. It was like, holy fuck.
Okay, so you're bringing up the one thing I wanted to talk about at some point, but yeah, the Latin Kings were. I think some people have seen me post it before. I know for a fact I might actually be able to do this. I have the sense. I did a little censor part of it, but it is the Hispanic Aryan Alliance thing.
Yeah, like a lot of weird shit. Because again, like CPD essentially was like, well, we're going to protect like the government buildings and the police department and fuck all of Chicago. We're not even going to try. Because that's what the cops think of you. That's how they handle every one of these situations. They don't try to de-escalate the situation, and when shit goes sideways, they just bail. That's how they handle it. Essentially, you had like Latin Kings and Aryan gangs and like Irish gangs in like Bridgeport, where I used to live, were literally just like patrolling the street with baseball bats. You had like Crips and Bloods fist fighting looters on the South Side. Like it was full fucking Fortnite, like goddamn battle royale. In Chicago.
You were literally having like faction war, like little turf wars happening. Like it was I remember. I don't know if I still have this saved, but it was essentially like it was. Like we like to talk about war crimes and shit like that. Like I remember there were just footage of like, black person drives in the Hispanic neighborhood, not even questioned, immediately shot. They would immediately
it was bad. It was fucking horrible. And like again, like you had like Irish gangs, like some US IRA shit, like beating people up with baseball bats in Bridgeport and shit. Like I think for like I lived in Bridgeport for 4 years. That's South Side Chicago, like 31st Street. It's like right down the street from White Sox Stadium. You had Irish gangs with baseball bats patrolling the streets.
Well, that happened. What was it too in New York when they had what was it? They were trying to tear down the Christopher Columbus statue. That a bunch of Irish fuckers just decided to go around with baseball bats.
Yeah, it was a bunch of Italian mobsters and shit. We're like beating the fuck out of like leftist protesters. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And then they got arrested. That was something. But yeah, I think I still have some of those images. I need to find those because I remember there were like pictures of like Latin King like Instagram accounts where they were basically posting images of them working with like Chicago PD just to get rid of there was some weird shit going on.
And anyone who tries to like boil down what happened last year into something that could fit into a tweet or even like an hour podcast is full of shit. Nobody knows what the fuck happened last year. It was insane. Every single city, there's like 300 wild stories of like, you wouldn't believe what the cops did, or like this random like like gubernatorial candidate was like caught lighting a car on fire, and then like Fed shit and cop shit and like neo-Nazis working with like local gangs and just wild, like nobody knows
the
what happened
weirdest
last year.
bedfellows that you would never expect. And it was just like if
And
I
we're included in that. Like we were also weird bedfellows last year.
like when I think back, like if I were to ever work at Vice, if I were to be a Vice, this would be the fucking thing I would want to cover is the weird shit happening in like LA and like Chicago with like the different Hispanic like gangs doing their like just the weird turf war shit that was happening was just, I'm surprised there's not enough about it. And it just like
the closest person who's ever covered anything about it is Ford Fisher, and even then he's only scratched the surface of I've heard just crazy ass stories from everywhere, like Twin Cities areas. You'll hear wild stories about how like I think it was like the local like Aryan Brotherhood or something like that was like snitching on what the police was doing to like BLM activists, and then it got found out. And that then like they assumed the Aryan Brotherhood was trying to lie to them, which led to all of them getting arrested because they walked into the trap that the neo-Nazis had warned the BLM people not to walk into. It's like, what the fuck happened last year?
Wait, so if I'm getting this right, so essentially the neo-Nazis warned BLM, but BLM didn't believe them, so then they walked.
Because they're neo-Nazis.
Right.
Like, you don't blame. Like, of course they wouldn't believe them.
Like, it's just, I swear, 2020 was just such an interesting year, and I feel like everyone had a fun time, especially it's spooky with him being in fucking Seattle, you being in literally every fucking almost every event,
almost in every shitstorm that happened last year. I was somewhere by it.
I know I went to the one in San Antonio, one in Houston, and that was just kind of I think it actually
someone asked me what happened in Detroit. The DPD outsourcing their policing duties to a far right biker gang. That's something that happened in fucking Detroit.
Neat.
Like
those are the people that showed up to my house with guns.
Like it was 2020 was a fucking those are fun times. I remember the one in San Antonio. I think I didn't go to that one in the end. I remember I had a friend that went to that one, and he was sending me images of it, and like that was a lot of fun. That one turned into a riot. Like there were people guarding the Alamo, and those were the boys that were. I'm not sure if those were Boog boys or not, but I know those were the open carrying protesters that everyone was watching. And
and they were the ones that got smeared so bogus by that one random idiot.
Yeah, I remember those guys. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, no, this is exactly what I expected to happen.
They did the perfect thing, because that was a story where like they were like BLM or something like that was surrounding the statue, and some random idiot like walked in like brandishing a pistol and wandered in alone and like picked a fight and like punched some girl or something.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, and then like everybody swarmed this motherfucker, so he starts running, and then like essentially this is like proto Rittenhouse. He pops one of the dudes.
That guy had a knife though.
Yeah, like essentially what happened. Like essentially he went and picked a fight, and then it got violent, and then they chased him down and were gonna kill him, and then fucking he shot one of them. The militia dudes, clutch as fuck, just like appear out of the crowd and surround this dude, detain him, and keep the people from fucking killing him until like everybody calm down until we figure out what the fuck is going on. So they did exactly what any like smart person would do perfectly in that situation, the militia dudes. And then they got smeared for like doing that. It's like, fuck, literally just prevented this dude from possibly shooting more people and from him getting like stabbed to death by the mob. Like perfect. And they got fucking like throttled in the media for it. Shit, dude, you can't win.
Yeah, I remember the one in San Antonio just so well of like immediately the aftermath too, because I remember like later at the night, and then they just started just breaking businesses. A lot of just there's a lot of Hispanic businesses, and there's already, if Dianexus is still in the chat, that'd be fun for him to come in. But yeah, that was a very, very very interesting time, at least to say the very least. The other fun ones were the Austin ones were, oh my god. Does anyone remember the guy? It was, oh wait, no, I think it was the Boo guy. It was the guy with the PSAK that pointed a gun at a car and then got shot. Yeah. I remember that one. I think he was also he was an Air Force general that was a furry, I think.
Oh, I don't know anything about his.
I remember
past or
I
anything.
followed it for a bit. It was the oh my god, I think I have the WebM saved on that. It was the most surreal shit. Like there was a
Yeah, the AK guy that died.
well, no, like beforehand too, like the footage of it. There was like it was it's just the most peak Austin shit you'll ever see. Of like there was like a couple of people, like a morbidly obese woman wearing like a tutu, like riding a tricycle in the middle of it too. Like it's just
Oh, Austin was wild as fuck. And I mean,
was it one of your guys that got shot, or was it someone?
A kid I knew pretty well that got shot and killed in Austin. Just
Yeah,
clusterfuck.
the PSAK guy. I remember. All I know is I remember watching that one. I remember I wasn't in Austin.
Do you know the details on that one? Because it looked like he aimed at the car.
Oh, I've done a whole video about that. Yeah, he didn't aim at the car or anything. He literally had a banner in his other hand, and his rifle was down like this. I've done like a whole breakdown. But an important detail about that is that dude showed up to his funeral and was like harassing his family or whatever, which is the main reason he was charged. Like the police were going to give him self-defense, but then he showed up piss wasted to Garrett's funeral and was like harassing the family and shit like that. And that was shown in the court case of like, oh, if this is pure self-defense and you felt bad about it and everything, why'd you show up drunk to the funeral and like screaming at his family? Yeah. By the way, the guy like psychotic ex-furry, ex-military furry.
Got it right. Yeah, got it right. Yeah, I remember that one too, because yeah, a bunch of people he was like an Uber driver, I want to say.
Yeah,
and he was
he caught a fare or something down there, whatever. Like people try to make a big deal of like saying like, oh, he was like, well, I hope they pull me over. If they do that, they're not going to go home or whatever. That's gun community shit talk. Like even this dude literally killed my friend. I will give him credit for that. Like whatever. That's not intent. Every fucking person who's ever got a gun has said something stupid like that. Like,
yeah.
but yeah, like essentially he did some really stupid maneuvering and then panicked and shot and killed Garrett when Garrett wasn't really like a threat. And then like that, it would have been like, well, just tragedy. And we just could have left it there. Because again, this is my friend I'm talking about here. I'm biased as hell and I'm still giving the dude benefit of the doubt. But then he decided to like show up to the memorial and like harass the family and shit. And it was like, okay, you're a fucking scumbag.
It was one of those events where I remember, like, because it was pretty close by, and I know I had family that was actually staying over there in Austin that time. Like, well, fuck, all right, that's like the way I expected it in Austin was I didn't expect. I already know what it's like to live in Austin, so it's like, all right, nothing's probably going to happen. It would be more of like a Portland thing where everything gets really, really close to something happening, but never actually goes over. No, never crosses the edge.
No.
Yeah.
You had the bridge thing happen in Austin, was it, or was that Dallas where they trapped the people?
Oh, that was Dallas. That was Dallas. That was
okay. I was gonna say Dallas, where they trap people on a bridge for like an hour and just tear gas the fuck out of them.
Dallas is like
the fuck out on the bridge.
Dallas, I always like to describe it as like it is like the white suburban Biden voter that will like I will have BLM on my like statue, like I'll have BLM like signs and everything, but the moment a protest comes near me, I want the cops to go full force. Like
right.
you can go protest in the black neighborhood, but when the moment you come to the suburbs, I want the police to go send the full.
That famous article of like the ESPN writer or whatever that was
in Spooky's hometown, yeah, Spooky's place over there.
Oh yeah, that guy. That was awesome.
That was so like.
Oh, I'm slightly insulated from the fucking hellhole of Seattle.
Don't
worry.
When I say shit lib, that's a shit lib. They'll be like Karl Marx and socialism and the rioting is the language of the unheard. And then the moment their BMW gets scratched, they're like,
this has gone too far. I want this done. Like, yeah, no. See, that was the saddest thing. Someone says the BLM signs are the new mark of Passover. If there's anything I saw that was more sad, it was in San Antonio, and they were just breaking like windows and shit. Like these Hispanic-owned businesses, like Black-owned businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses. They tried doing that. Like a lot of them tried it. It didn't work. It was a sad. I have it. All I know is the riots that happened near me. I at least know some things about those ones, but I just
no. It's all a clusterfuck. Nobody knows. It's a city by city and then almost a day by day basis.
I can always like go ahead.
You could have like one night, like a super chill, boring fucking DNC group will come out and just be like, vote for Joe Biden, and nothing will happen and go home. And then like the next day you'll have like the most radical, crazy motherfuckers like burning shit down. And then like the next day it'll be like half and half. So it's like you can't it's such a clusterfuck.
Or are we gonna talk?
Clusterfuck.
Are we also? Does anyone remember? Oh God, this is. Yeah, I guess. Are we all going down memory lane for now? I got a couple. I remember. Does anyone remember the Trump protests, or was it Trump rally in like Dallas, or no? It was in Denver, where it was some boomer with like pepper spray that got shot by some unlicensed security.
The guy that got
off. The guy got off.
Yeah, does anyone? I still have image. I still have that video. Like I remember that one.
It's so funny because that guy was a Pinkerton, like the new version of like a Pinkerton. Like,
he was an unlicensed fucking security guard.
He was unlicensed working for the Pinkertons and shot a Trump supporter, which is like politically, if you try to put that in a box.
Like there was so much about that event, and then that one kind of just got forgotten. And that to me is like, is anyone just gonna not acknowledge that they just hired some fucking random dude who just shot like instantly?
Yeah, because the dude did like draw pepper spray in a way that could kind of be construed as a gun, but it's like it's a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
it's just another one of those things where it's like I don't know, man. It's such a mess.
Like I remember it too. Like someone had like a camera that just got everything on. Like you could see.
You could see the so many shots. It was like a video, dude. It was like
he had him burst
video.
Yeah, it was basically a video. Yeah, like you could see
you could watch him rock like a fucking sack of shit. It's
you could see him frame by frame the moment he pulls the pepper spray, and then like just within seconds just draws and then just goes straight in the head. Like oh god, that was.
I still have an ancient meme on my Google Photos of it's like leftists passing people on the Kyle Rittenhouse thing with conservatives passing people on the Colorado thing, and it's like just like the same arguments but going in different directions.
That
it's like well he was justified to shoot the evil Trump supporter, but Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. And it's like fucking crazy.
God, what is another? There was another one I just had in the top of my head. If anyone else has another fun one that everyone forgot about, what are the other memory hole ones? Does anyone remember?
I have my favorite memory hole one of all time.
I want Spooky to do because he's been quiet for a while.
I got a good one. Remember when what city was this? There was a city during the riots in the summer, where the police in the city were not fucking having it. So they were driving down like suburb streets in like their Bearcats and telling people that were on their own fucking property filming to go inside, and they were like literally like fucking like throwing shit at them or like
that was Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Yep.
That was like Minneapolis after like a week of riots.
Insane. I saw that video like twice, and
they were just lighting people up on their porch, which totally calmed the fucking situation down. Absolutely, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like at some point you have to like say, okay, when are we gonna stop? I remember.
Are we the baddies moment where like random like old ladies are just sitting on their porch like drinking their sweet tea and shit, and just a Bearcat drives by and they get lit up by pepper balls?
I still remember. Like I just was like, oh my god, I just remember the way the governor was doing it too was just like he was basically saying we're gonna have the National Guard, but we're not gonna let them do anything, which then of course just means okay, well great, they're not gonna do anything, so let me just keep doing other. There were so many like I don't know. I still question.
Tell me if you remember this one, because this is the biggest memory.
I watched like every single one, so probably.
I remember too. Yeah,
the siege of CNN headquarters by the
in Atlanta. That was based as fuck.
Dude, everyone forgets about that.
Everyone united.
I was laughing so hard.
Everyone united.
They saw that night. Holy shit!
This fucking journo sitting in the fucking hallway, shitting his pants, being like, "We're on your side," while they're just chucking fucking fireworks.
Are we the baddies? Crisscross applesauce with their fucking soy latte.
I'm just imagining all these CNN journos just absolutely just shocked that like they're all cowering in fear while like their lobby is just being firebombed.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so base, dude. It was just like,
and then
nobody likes.
Nobody likes CNN. That was the end thing of everyone could basically say, yeah, fuck.
But that's why that never gets talked about anymore. Essentially, there was like a fucking 4-hour long siege, including like bombs and fireworks at CNN headquarters. Nobody talks about that anymore.
Yeah, there was the cop that got killed, the retired cop. Was that Dallas?
No, that was
Where was that?
St. Louis. That was
St. Louis. What was his name? Dorner?
David
No.
Dorn. No, not Dorner. Not
Corner. Not Corner.
No.
Can't corner the Dorner.
No, not Dorner. It was David Dorn.
Was fucking sad. And then there was
somebody.
Dallas was the one where the guy was. There was a guy trying to protect his shop, and they beat the ever living shit out of him until he was like unconscious and just
The sword guy?
Fucking, I think it was him. Yeah, the sword guy.
Yeah, he definitely should have been dead. Like,
did he live? Did he
somebody
live?
brought it up.
lived.
Holy shit!
Somebody brought it up, but the based dude who got shot. I've made so many videos of this, and I'm amazed it hasn't got me banned off Twitter. Of the guy that got shot at from an unmarked police van and then returned fire on the police and got let off with no charges because yes, you fucking dumbasses, you're driving around the hood in a white unmarked van, drive-by shooting at random black people. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, no, it's like you probably should like. It's like whenever the one guy that got off with like shooting back at the like a no-knock
that's the
raid.
guy.
Oh, is it the same one?
No, not the no-knock raid. It was the unmarked van guy.
Yeah, like that's like like you get what you. It's almost like you get what you deserve type of a thing. I'm trying to remember. There was a shop owner. It was basically a guy that was a shop owner. I want to say someone like attacked him or something. He shot back at him. Was it his dad that was getting beat up and he like fought back and then I'm trying to remember, but essentially it was a self-defense case. And then like enough people kept like harassing like the AG where he basically had to like say, okay, well now we're just going to revisit the case. And I think he killed himself afterwards. I can't remember his name, but like I want to say it was in like Tennessee, Kentucky. God, it was dear God, how many of these were there now? I'm trying to remember.
There's so many of them.
There was also the one in Atlanta. I remember there was a Wendy's. And now that I mentioned it was Reggie. I remember I watched his stream. This was great. It was just some random like drive-by that happened, and you can like there's a gang fight that happened, and you could film the whole thing happening. There was like someone that like I remember. Someone got like, I'm trying to remember how that one ended, but I think it was no one got hurt from that. But like, dear Christ, I think I saw the streamer almost die like 5 times. That guy was great. He knew the right place to be at the right time. The most luckiest man luckiest man. He had like I think he was holding a Powerade and got shot, but he was fine. The woman next to him got shot, and he was just live streaming the whole thing. Those were, oh my God. I'm so disappointed. I didn't keep these stories in real time or keep up with. Oh no. Yeah. The Summer of Love was just, it's dear. Like, well, I feel like a lot of it too was no one had anything else better to do during the lockdowns.
Yeah. A lot of it was just bored college kids or whatever that had nothing better to do and can't go to the club and just like fuck shit
Can't
up.
go anywhere. Might as well go fucking riot.
Oh no, yeah, that happened. I would talk about this one a little more, but that would be doxing myself too much. So I can't really do that. I might maybe after the stream, but there were the amount of college kids that would do these were just. My favorite was going to my college and like I would hear the BLM protesters try their best at like doing their chants or everything. Like, no, you're doing it wrong. Like I've seen this and you guys are just doing a terrible job. Did Soros not send the right people for you guys? Come on now. Like you need to get your chants right. It's oh God, I'm trying to remember them now. It's been a while since I've heard them. There's a hey ho ho. These racist cups are gotta go.
Well, that one's as old.
Well, that's an old as time. Yeah, no, like there's a couple of other ones they would have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck 12.
You mean you probably are better off?
Wow, original.
That was a clever one.
Dude, I got all of them, bro. I find that shit so fun. I'm cringe.
Oh no, I mean after watching them so many times, where it's just like you just kind of get them immediately. I'm trying to.
I got the video here. Somebody asked about the video of the guy shooting at Minneapolis police that didn't get charged. Nobody dies in this video, so it's cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, we also
unfortunately, unfortunately,
very dies. Very tragically, nobody dies.
If you share, I'll pull it up then. If you want to share
it's up right now. So tell me when it's up.
It's up. Yeah.
I'll check this out and then I gotta dip out.
Moments before Minneapolis.
Yeah, we could probably end it soon.
Encountered Jaleel Stallings, Police driving down a boarded-up Lake Street in an unmarked white van.
Just balling,
Firing less
shooting at
lethal
people.
rounds at
Bro.
some pedestrians and warning others. Meanwhile,
Oh my God! What the?
Now look what they're about to roll up on.
Parking lot.
You'll see someone run along Lake Street, and that person is shouting, "They're shooting! They're shooting!"
In the van,
Parking lot in the north running.
body-worn camera captures police firing 2 less lethal rounds, followed by gunshots fired by Stallings. Watch.
Hell yeah.
Stallings' lawyer says he had no idea who was shooting at him.
But he thought it were civilians, and potentially the white supremacists that Governor Walz had.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That's clever. That's a good lawyer.
That's
a
clever.
good
Yeah,
lawyer.
pull that card.
But seriously though, dude, like if I'm in downtown Detroit on like fucking 7 Mile and Gratiot, chilling at night, and a white van comes around the corner, and I just hear shit start flying over my head, I'm shooting.
I mean, that's a perfectly reason. Like, what the hell are they thinking?
Oh
Oh
my!
my!
Hit too.
Like,
Yeah, I came real close to just killing this cop.
Yeah,
there's another video that's from another one where you see him just like fall back, and he's like, "Oh fuck," because it like literally like hit right next to his head.
No, there's a couple of yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think about it.
I'd have to dig back.
We need to do a stream about. We need to have you on again, Magnus. Where we just do a 2020 in review stream where we just talk about our favorite.
I have so many
go back and review tweets that I posted.
Everyone, yeah,
the ones in I think it was Dallas where they were just driving up and down the freeway like full speed and just drive by pepper spraying just people just right out the fucking car window.
God, it's been a while since we need to do this again. But it's right now. I think it's like it's almost 12:30 for RK, so I'm assuming he's very sleepy. And
yeah, 12:30 for me too. I don't go to bed until 7 a.m. So it's whatever.
Yeah. But this was a lot of fun. Hopefully the stream still stays up. But we all need to do this again.
Yeah, I'm down.
I had a lot of fun. I guess anyone want to say anything? Any final things anyone wants to go or say? I'll let you guys have the floor. Who wants to go first?
Sad for the lack of trigger pullers in these videos today, but maybe next time.
That'll be the next time. We'll go through 2020. We'll be able to find everything.
We'll start trying to get into these interviews as the fucking black market guys with the anon masks. Be like, yeah, I had a trigger puller guy. He got shot.
Yeah, seriously,
we need to come up with dog whistles. We just need to come up with our own nicknames.
Start coming up with all these random stupid nicknames that make no fucking sense.
That'd be cool.
Like, bro, this sussy baka, bro, he be shooting.
just whatever. Just think of random shit. Like, I just want to come up with just weird shit too. Like, this is acetone. Yeah, that's what we call it. That's what we call our fucking drop sears. Like, what the fuck? Like, just like I want
wearing the fucking hentai hoodie and the hentai sweatpants.
Oh
God, the
Iago
fucking hoodie.
I would buy one solely for that, actually. But yeah, all right.
Okay. I guess my closing statement is only you can shoot at Transformers.
All right,
True, dude. I could do a whole stream on how fucking vulnerable our infrastructure is and how easy it is to do so much damage.
I followed the guy like 7 times before I couldn't find him again. But there's just some Mexican dude on Instagram.
Yes. Another thing.
Yeah, all he does is just drive around.
That's another 2020 fucking nostalgia trip.
He's just casually drinking a beer, driving around Mexico, stops, just puts some rounds into a power transformer, drives away. And his whole Instagram account is just doing that.
Why have I not seen this? Oh my god. Okay.
It's so good because he just does it so casually. He just pulls up, kind of stops, takes a pull out of the beer, bah bah bah, drives away.
A memorandum stream. It's already decided. A memorandum stream at some point.
I'm down. Let me know.
RK, how's the bolt factory going? How is our merchant dealing?
I just got a batch of bolts from Black Oxide in today, and I should be able to restock U-bar kits in the next day or two. When the supply chain fails you go up a step in the supply chain and start making your own shit or having it made.
Cambodians, I swear to God.
Yeah,
it gets more smart by the day.
Apparently, Iago hoodies are being used as snow camo in Ukraine. Please,
I saw that actually, and
Please
it's real.
fucking
Yeah,
tell me that's real.
there was a guy doing like the humanitarian aid photographed, and it was wearing it on is it?
Yes, I saw that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's the first TikTok war, bro.
You either get a black sun or an Igao hoodie. All right, that's
the two sides.
No,
of this war.
there's no in between. Now we
They're
just
not
need to
even
see
on different sides. That's the
we need to
same
see a
side.
combination. We need to see a combination of the two. And now, congratulations.
There's going to be a chapter in the history book for our kids that's going to say, you know, the libs of the fucking world, they were so against the Nazis that Trump brought up that they suddenly went and started supporting the ones in Ukraine the next fucking year.
The vaccinated Iago hoodie wearing Nazis fighting against Putin.
The quad boosted.
Well, I still remember the fucker that said, "Oh my God, think about the vaccination rate in Ukraine. Oh my goodness, how are they going to hold on?"
Can I get a kitchen for my turtle when I go there?
There was some xenogender motherfucker
guy.
that was like throwing a hissy fit because they were worried that the Ukrainian military wouldn't respect their pronouns. They had like not even one of the more popular like xenogender things, like one of the weird fucking ones that I could even tell you, like Zam or some shit. And it's like, dude, these are like, even if they weren't Nazis, these are Eastern Europeans, bro.
Well, I mean, literally Poland and Hungary were sanctioned immediately after, like not too long, like a couple of days ago, like it was like a couple of weeks ago. Like, let's be honest,
like all of us here play CS:GO. When Russians are involved or Polish people or Ukrainians are involved, it is like speed run to the N-word being dropped in fucking chat. Like, these are the type of people we're talking about here.
I mean, Spooky, you had the guy.
It still doesn't beat the "Can I bring my pet turtle" that Spooky dropped.
Oh my God!
I want to know
that's so
Reddit's
funny.
final kill count for the amount of their OPSEC violations. I got them drone strike. That's what I want to know. I want a kill count.
There is something magical about how, like, you had the mods fighting with each other. Basically, what the rational side saying, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't be posting our location with all the metadata attached, and getting people killed."
That sub isn't real. I just don't believe that sub's fucking real. I thought it was ironic.
No, Lord Miles will back it up. He was literally posting about playing Clash Royale with one of these people in a fucking tunnel underneath Kharkiv or some shit.
The MI6 agent Miles.
I love his response to it. He's like, even if I was a Fed, how does it change anything when I do?
What are you gonna do about it? He's just like, okay, yeah, there you go.
He's got a point there. I mean, like, he is filming. Like, yeah, all right, I'll give him that. But
we got our filmers, Coach Red Pill down there.
Oh my God, dude, that guy fucking kills me, bro. Russian army winning real good, bro. He looks like the prettiest girl in the trailer park.
His fucking like fight club of like, we're gonna just start doing, we're gonna do like put gum in like like a bunch of like random like power outlets and shit to fuck with the government. Like, it was just that man has. God, I wish I still have the video. I had it saved, and I'm really upset I can't find it anymore. It was on my computer right here. I got out from one of the gym streams, but it was essentially, it is Coach Red Pill, where he's basically talking about women are like dogs, and it's just edited like the fucking video of like that one girl who's like literally likes to dress up as a dog, but it's like it's him doing like this full like rant about women. Like, women are like dogs. They like, if I say any more, I'll probably get banned.
No, you can't reference Coach Red Pill, especially now. You will get banned.
Dude, yeah, the prime Coach Red Pill days were like, what was that, like 2018, when it was like Coach posting on fucking on poll.
Oh God,
with all the fucking camera angles.
I did that for that was the first video I've ever done. It was for a class. And I was like, I'm doing like, I was like, we could film the video. Okay, great. I'm gonna do Coach posting. I'm gonna start with the. I did a clap thing where I had like 20 different camera angles. It was fucking great.
If he keeps up his clown ass behavior, he could become the next Sam Hyde. I mean, he literally went to a combat zone, like son of a bitch.
And he's literally talking like he's fucking shit talking the Chechens and the fucking Ukraine. Like, he's literally pissing off it's great.
There's these Muslim extremists here while he's standing next to like some Chechen fucking head chopping motherfucker.
It's just
like, what are you doing?
The Coach Red Pill arc has just been, You know, I think I need to do a coach posting for another video. I'm gonna do that for a video. Actually, that's a genius idea. I'm gonna bring coach posting back. But
4 hours later.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. Some other things too. So yeah, I have a sent me video ready. I'm hopefully gonna have that one coming out soonish. I'm trying to decide on how much I need to probably scrub through some things to see how useful I can make it before.
Just add another blur, you'll be fine.
I'll add some
Blur
more
the whole thing.
Oh, that would be.
I will before we do that stream with the nostalgia stream. I will definitely go through my old posts that I haven't because I saved a lot of tweets on like my Discord. And I'll go see which ones survived.
I lost
and
so much
and log them and see what we can get.
All right.
Otherwise, we have that index of all the riot videos.
We can ask. We can also ask our followers too. For God's sake.
Very true. We can ask them.
Occasionally,
they help us out.
I say we have an memorandum stream, and we could just see who the hell wants to. We could have I'm assuming that's going to be a long fucking stream too. I bet we could have a revolving door of like people that just want to jump in to come in with their. Hopefully, we have people that went to certain places too, because we
can take callers.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Collins.
Don't do call-in shows. You're gonna get banned.
No, yeah, no, that would be
Collins after the 2 hour mark. It'll be fine.
No, yeah, we'll be.
As soon as we hear the N word, we'll just cut the stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. We have to figure a way to vet that a little bit. But I'm assuming if it's people we know.
Dude, my friends at Slow News Day did a call-in show, and literally the second day they had a guy that would just call in and just did a Beavis and Butthead voice, just be dropping hard R's over and over again. It was they just stopped after that.
Can't have nice things, guys. That's why we can't have nice things.
But okay, yeah. So some other things. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm still gonna make some. I'm gonna make some more videos. Don't worry, guys. I know some people follow that for the gun stuff. I'm filming things. The FGC9 thing got snagged a bit.
No, just steal clips from Crunchyroll and put rap music on it and upload it.
Oh God, no,
as how to make a bomb MP3.
The High Guardian Spice video I have is basically just waiting for them to announce season 2 because obviously no one gives a shit about it.
But second episode of Halo's out tonight. That's immediately what I'm fucking doing after this.
Oh God, yeah.
Make sure you don't do it with a gun to your head because you're gonna pull the trigger. I guarantee you.
Oh, that first episode barely fucking.
Holy fucking
dude!
shit,
I had like fucking rock stars and rappers and blue checks like fucking liking my posts about shitting on Halo. I'm like, is this what it was like, AG? When you shit on
did you have people calling you like people trying to ban? I'm still shocked I have an account actually after that. But yeah,
I want to know how the suicide rate of the fucking Paramount animators for that show, dude. It has to be high,
Bro,
at least double digits.
Bro, I'm waiting for the Corridor Digital. Like, we improved Halo's fucking animation in 5 minutes. Make it come out.
Holy shit, dude!
There's something
random YouTuber.
There are literally fan-made shows that are fucking better than this. But
Forward Unto Dawn, fan-made fucking movie.
I heard Halo Legends was good too.
Yeah,
these Arcane is mint.
I'll say this: we'll do an in memorandum stream. It's probably going to be a lot longer. We'll have, I guess, we could probably. I'll post it. See what the feel is on Twitter. Who the hell wants to do it in memorandum stream of all the riots? And I'm not sure when that will be. Probably. Why not soonish? Because that seems like a fun idea. But maybe we can get some bigger names too. Who knows? We'll have to trust Magnus for that.
I'll harass Phil from All That Remains.
Then we can get
Biden and Joe Rogan on here. For
we'll get Can we get Alex Jones Can we get Alex Jones on for a little bit? That would be.
Hey, we have a connection. We are now 2 steps away from.
You are, yeah. You are 2 steps removed.
I can meet Cody Wilson. Can I talk to Cody Wilson? Can I get Alex Jones?
I want to meet Cody Wilson first.
Like, I feel like if I can get through Cody, I could go through Cody to I just want to talk to Alex Jones. I just want to pick his brain. Like,
it was the most surreal conversation I ever had in my life, man.
Like, from everyone I've heard, he's the man you think he is. He's wonderful.
Yeah, he's no different behind the camera than he is.
I love it.
Right.
Well, so let's just say, we'll be doing this again, guys. Thank you for everyone that showed up. RK, I know you're so tired, but yeah, I will let everyone go and see you guys soon. All right, have a nice night, guys, and let me end the broadcast. All right. Okay, now no slurs.